Hello! Welcome to Legends Esports. My name is Daydream here, joined with Beanie. And we are back again for some more League of Legends action. Beanie, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see Chimeras on stream because they had two pretty convincing wins. Actually, they haven't played DAO yet, but I'm excited to see that matchup. But they did 2-0 PvE, albeit it was week one, but I think we're gonna
Listen,
see some quality gaming from Station.
yeah, 2-0ing PvE, Station's revenge has been exacted, and now we get to see Station and the rest of his squad on stream.
Yeah, Station is playing ADC. I thought he normally played jungle, but you know what? He is a multi-role mastermind, so yeah.
Yeah. And on the other side, we do have Soul Society coming in off of a 0-2 start. So this is going to be like a do
This
or
is
die kind of week for
yeah,
them, you
this
know?
is it. This is it.
This is it. Like, we have a 5-week regular season. Like, if you don't start strong, it becomes very, very difficult for you to, get back on track. And, ah, you know, Chimeras is not really a team that you want to like have a do or die match against. You know,
Yeah.
granted, we've seen a lot less out of them, which is like, yeah, we don't know how good they are, but on the side of Soul Society, it becomes a lot harder to scout a team that's only had 2 official games.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what the society teams have got. They did go through some massive roster wipes and a bunch of changes throughout this week and the week before. So hopefully they've improved the quality of players that they're getting, and hopefully we're gonna see an improvement in the quality of play.
Yep. So we have to see. I mean, at this point, if you're making a rebuild like this, you got to make it work. But I have faith. We got some new players coming in. Um, we got Marola swapping around, and it's gonna be exciting. Seeing more players joining Legends Esports, more players on Summoner's Rift. But we're gonna get into drafts soon, and you know, what do you think is gonna be some high prio picks? You know what I'm saying?
Uh Probably like I want to say ADC. Or maybe auction. Maybe we'll see like a lot of auction power because I know
Ooh, you
Hyrief
think Kyrie's
abu-
Akshan?
I mean, I think he abused. I think he abused that champ so much in like solo queue back when he was first released, and he actually didn't he just get buffed? Or like some
He
of his
got
changes got reverted.
changed. I
Yeah,
mean, they did remove the ability to proc the revive when you are dead, which reduces some of the frustration that happens when playing against the champion. Akshan E's into your entire team gets one shot, but you die, and
yeah,
then oh no, their team is back. But
yeah. I think he has a lot of experience on it, and I think it might be banned a lot this game.
yeah, I mean, you have to consider that many teams don't have that experience playing against Akshan. So
Yeah, but they are cameras are actually using. Is that seen ESUB
mm, Chimera's
or
using
single
single
sausage?
sausage.
Or he just left?
We are having some lobby difficulties. We have been having some lobby difficulties. It is 8:30. I am sorry for the late start,
Yeah.
but single sausage, yes, is an E sub, and so he will be coming in. I mean, as long as he is playing, we're still waiting for an update on that.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets resolved soon.
Yeah. So, we are actually going to go back to a quick break while we figure out. Actually, no, wait. Um, Seems Pratoga has come in. Do you think Pratoga is their E-sub, Beanie?
It could be. I'm pretty sure he's a what do you call those things? Support?
What do you mean? What do you?
But
Ah,
how do
you
you use a
know,
support?
Listen, for E-subs, you gotta do what you gotta
Yeah.
do.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're working on getting into order. This can't be it.
Pratoga jungle.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure Chimera is actually there's a ban for using Proto.
Yes. They should.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have no idea what he plays in the jungle, so hopefully it's something like spicy, I want to say, because the other jungler, Emperor Jack, plays a lot of like, I don't want to say basic junglers, because like Nocturne, we don't really see a lot of that in this league.
Nocturne
We
is
see
kind
a,
of a spicy pick though in team
yeah,
play.
yeah, he is like really good when paired with like, um, Shen is really good with him. Basically, any other like AoE ult, or I mean like global ults like Galio would be really good with him. But yeah, Nocturne's a pretty damn good pickup, especially against someone like Station, who's like actually a pretty decent ADC and who could actually be like a threat as like a carry himself. Because there's pool like he plays Sivir, Kaisa, Samira, right? These big champions that are like, I'm gonna carry this game. I'm gonna 1v9 your team, and you're gonna cry. So you know, if you pick Nocturne into that, that could be really good.
Yeah, but I do agree. However, like you talk about the late game carry potential of these champions, and you know, Nocturne sort of falls off late game, especially if you're,
Yeah, but
you
like the
know,
value of just blinding everyone running at him and just like fearing him, it's like almost a guaranteed death. So I guess it's just up to him to see if like he can position himself well enough, or maybe Wolven can play like a peel support like Thresh or
ooh, that
Yumi.
should be good.
Yeah.
Yumi. I don't
Well,
know.
okay.
I wouldn't consider Yumi a
Yumi.
peel support in the late
Well,
game.
she keeps him alive. Okay.
Listen, the Yumis I get in my solo queue games, they'll play lane for like 4 minutes and then attach to my jungler and just never come back.
Yeah. Well, there's a word for those kinds of Yumi players that
That fun fact is why I have an entire slideshow on why not to pick Yumi in my games.
sounds like a personal vendetta.
Yes, it is a personal vendetta. I do not like the cat, and you know, as a
More of a
caster,
dog person,
I try
huh?
my best to stay unbiased. But that doesn't apply to League of Legends champions, the cat being one of them. And yes, I am more of a dog person, Beanie.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. I don't. Dog people. Don't get me started.
I don't know. Yeah. So it
Okay,
turns
so
out we are going to break because this will take a bit longer to figure out. But we will see you on the flip side, hopefully with some actual League of Legends. Long time no see, Twitch chat gamers. Hopefully, fingers crossed, draft will be starting any second now. So let's get back to where we talked off about this draft. Both teams have full sets of bans, no E-subs anymore. Both teams with their full roster. You can see some high quality coordinated League of Legends as well. Having a jungle E-sub is definitely like not good for your team's coordination. Such a pivotal role, not having experience with the team. So now that we have the full rosters, you talked about Emperor Jackson Nocturne. What do you think Give Me a Cup twice in the jungle here is going to, what do you think he's going to pull out into that potential Nocturne?
There's this champion that recently got buffed, and he's very good. It's a little tiny little mummy thing. Amumu, I think
You want to
Amumu's
see some Amumu?
I do want to see some Amumu. I love that champion in support. It's so sleeper. People pick it up right away, play it. It's so broken. Okay, that double bandage toss. If you hold it and you like, it's so broken. Okay, his ult is like amazing too. But yeah, apparently we're still having draft
Uh,
issues.
I just need to get Wolven the red
Yeah.
draft link. Let me just copy. Yep, but we are finally going to get into draft. You talked about Amumu being a really strong champion in the patch. I want to bring your attention to Jarvan 4. Again, another champion that has been absolutely terrorizing me in solo queue. We
That
talked about ADCs. You know what ADCs hate? Having to flash every time Jarvan EQs you. And I'll give you a
yeah.
hint. Flash cooldown's a lot longer than Jarvan's EQ cooldown.
You know
So
what? I'd have to agree with you. Jarvan's EQ is for sure a lot shorter than Flash. But
yeah,
Station could pick. What can he pick?
what can he pick? Station can pick
Kaisa.
anything. Ooh,
Kaisa's
Station
actually not
could pick
bad.
Kaisa. Yeah, Kaisa does have that like mobility and the ultimate repositioning to get out of the
Yeah.
J4 ult. J4 puts you in the Cataclysm, you just auto Jarvan once and then ult out, and then Jarvan is sad and lonely in his little rock hole.
Okay,
Oh,
so
draft has
we
been started. Alright. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with these first few bans. Soul Society on blue side, Chimeras on the red side, and 8 seconds left. The first ban will be a Leona ban. Leona being banned away from Woven Alchemist. Leona, a very good champion at like locking down single targets, especially like targets that aren't mobile. And then Nocturne ban. Beanie,
okay.
you're a genius.
I am kind of a genius.
Beanie is
Nocturne.
actually the smartest person I know. Fun fact.
I mean, uh, yeah, it's pretty true. It's pretty interesting Leona ban. I mean, yeah, I get Woven's pretty good at Leona, so I can definitely see that.
The Mundo and
And
the Fiora
Mundo.
ban. Both top laners. Fiora definitely like strikes me as more outlandish. I guess J Boogie, maybe a bit of a Fiora gamer, if you will.
Yeah.
Definitely a champion that you only see banned if the enemy top laner has a bunch of games on it.
Yeah. Maybe a Zac ban coming in. So a lot of focus on like the top side of the map, not really a lot bot lane. But I guess Chimeras is like kind of playing for bot side because they banned these like kind of like huge threats, like Nocturne and Fiora. Fiora being like a kind of a carry champion almost.
Yeah. Oh, and you see the Kaisa band actually from Chimeras. Maybe it is a bit of a contested pick. Didn't want to get first picked. And speaking of first pick, we have the Nunu locked in instantly. What do you think of the Nunu here, Beanie?
I really like Nunu first pick. I mean, it's kind of hard countered by like Trundle, who is, I mean, recently coming into the meta as like this huge pick. right? But I hope we see a Toronto response. Okay, Amumu response. You know that
Oh,
works
Moo
too.
response.
That works too.
Yeah, I mean, if a Nunu is Wing into your whole team, you can actually like. I mean, if you get the angle right, obviously, if you Q into the Nunu face first, you will get knocked up by the snowball and your Q will get canceled. But if you actually do it from the side, it stops the
Yeah.
Nunu snowball sort of in its tracks. It'll only roll for a little while. And
Blind
Mumu's
misfortune.
misfortune with the Mumu though, definitely like
Yeah.
you
Wait,
know,
that's actually pretty big. If they they might have a nomination here. Nomination is a pretty good response into misfortune. You know, you don't exactly
yeah.
get hard out range like you would against some matchups, like maybe a Caitlyn. So I like the Lucian pick here. I would like it a lot if they went and picked Nami here. Pick Nautilus.
That is a Nod champion, but that is not me. That is
Eh,
Nautilus. Nautilus definitely like a good champion against Misfortune can press R, interrupt that bullet
Yeah,
time. However, like Lucian Nautilus like doesn't really use the
Lucian's new passive.
Lucian's new vigilance passive. I mean, it's still Lucian Nautilus, right? You still have like a super strong 2v2.
Yeah,
I mean, I
but I
don't
mean,
hate it. I don't hate it.
yeah, I mean, wow. Okay, moving on. We're probably gonna see a support here pick here from Chimera is probably a Seraphine. I would love to.
Oh, we
Okay,
see the
Ornn.
Ornn locked in. I
Okay,
guess
I
trying
like
to
Ornn
avoid an
a
Ornn
lot.
ban. I mean,
I
it's kind of
do.
clear what Chimera is doing, right? They just
Yeah, they're like,
draft and press our comp.
we're gonna team fight you, and then we're gonna one shot you. Okay, so I would love to see a Seraphine ban from whatever Soul Society. Yeah, Soul Society. Because like
Yeah.
the value, like Ornn, Seraphine, Misfortune, and Moon, this just screams we're gonna run at you, click R, and then your entire team is just gonna die. I would have loved to see a Nami pick from
Ah,
Blue or
Beanie,
from
just
Soul
because you win
Society.
with Lucian,
But
just because
Lucian
you
Nami
win with
is so
Lucian
broken.
Nami in draft.
It's so broken. It's
I mean, I do
not.
have to agree. Lucian Nami is a very strong 2v2, but
I
Soul
mean, the
Society needs to start thinking about how they are going to avoid this press R comp. Because you don't win in a straight team fight unless, like, Chimeras absolutely mess up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, Nautilus, I guess, is fine, but I think Nami gives Lucian, the survivability he needs, the damage he would need. Because listen, if you go anything but Gale Force on Lucian this game, you're just trolling. You're just trolling. You need to get out of the way of these
Really?
abilities. And yeah,
You think it's not?
your E is not gonna be enough. Your E is not gonna be
Wait,
enough to
you don't
dodge
think it's a
two.
Kraken Slayer angle against
No.
Ornamumu?
No. It's never a Kraken Slayer angle on Lucian.
All right.
I Gale Force is
I'm
just
just gonna
so much
give
better.
my unqualified. No, I'm gonna give my slightly more qualified than Beanie's opinion. We do
Oh,
see the Seraphine locked in though.
yeah,
Was
there it
not
is.
banned away. I mean, yeah, Seraphine really good for the comp of Chimeras.
Yeah, this is
Lining up the Misfortune ulti, the Ornn ulti, the Amumu ulti. I mean, this is like a bread and butter team comp for so many teams, and you have to understand why. Like, it's
yeah.
insanely easy to execute.
I mean, and I think that's what we're gonna see happen if they keep like picking these. I don't think Oriana is like exactly the greatest pick in the world here. I think you pick someone who has a little bit more mobility, a bit more, kind of like stand your ground as and say that if you're gonna walk into us, we're gonna stop you.
I mean, Oriana with Wukong might be an okay
Yeah,
combo.
it's a pretty good combo, but
Oh, we see Camille.
okay, I actually do like Camille because
I like
Camille
Camille
is.
into Ornn. I like Camille into Ornn.
I also
That's
like
like
it.
a winning
Yeah,
matchup.
because it's kind of like a split push champion, right? And what champion that we see on Chimeras is gonna win in a 1v1 against her in a side lane, right? Like none of them. They're all
No
just gonna
one.
get uh uh destroyed in a 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're against a comp that just straight team fights, and that's an Anivia. So the Seraphine is actually going to be for Wolf and Alchemist in the support role.
Okay,
Very
so
interesting.
I'll say it right now. I love Chimeras draft. Okay, I ever since I've seen Ornn and Seraphine together, I have loved those two champions. Right, Ornn just adds that scaling because if you look at their team, they have pretty decent scaling with like Anivia and MF. But like Amumu is gonna get tankier, Ornn's gonna get tankier, Misfortune's gonna get way more damage, Seraphine's gonna heal way more, Anivia's gonna do way more damage, right? They're just gonna outscale the enemy team, right? Lucian's scaling is not the greatest, especially if he has to get in their face, and you really don't want to get in the face of Anivia.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I'm gonna easily give the draft win to Chimeras. I think they've drafted a great comp, easy to execute, honestly really hard to mess up. Uh, but yeah, those are my thoughts.
yeah, I mean, we have so many like clear win conditions on the side of Chimeras, but we also have opportunities in the early game on the side of Soul Society. This Nunu, like, you're against Misfortune Seraphine. There's no escape there. And then there's an Anivia in the mid lane. If Nunu has like creative gank pathings, like you can easily punish these lanes. You have Lucian Nautilus, which should win in the 2v2 against MF Sarah. Like
Yeah,
Ori Anivia is kind of a skill matchup, but you
yeah,
know, like I said, if Nunu can make that difference there, and then Camille into Ornn, like as long as you don't get, you know, tank diffed in like as long as you don't get diffed by the early game base damage of Ornn, like Camille's just gonna win that matchup as
yeah.
time goes on.
hmm
So
But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of very clear win cons for Chimeras here. Like, okay, I will admit, if Lucian just kills this MF Seraphine on repeat, because that is a pretty it's a pretty squishy bot lane
it's
without the
insanely
Seraphine shield.
vulnerable.
Yeah, and especially with a Nunu jungle, I could see it. I could see like a few two for rows in the bot lane, a few decent ganks from, or actually, okay, never mind. And if you don't gank her, okay, she's gonna wall your snowball. Don't even try it.
That's
Go
true.
top.
I didn't think of that. That's smart, Beanie. Like I said, Beanie, the second smartest person I know ever. But you can like
Okay. I'm not
make
even
some stuff
asking first.
happen in the
Yeah,
side lanes.
and Camille has amazing gank setup for Nunu. So, maybe we can see this Nunu snowball his team into the mid game. But yeah, I could see Soul Society actually pulling something with this team comp, because Oriana
Yes.
ult is absolutely massive. Okay, you can Oriana ult, if she has a Luden's Echo and Seraph's, her ult's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, it's nothing to scoff at. Her ult damage is actually pretty good. But yeah,
I mean, really depends on like if MF and Seraphine are like punished for like clumping around together, because that's what you want to do with the Seraphine. You want to just stick around the Seraphine, get healed every 5 seconds, and then win the game. And MF wants to stand still and press R. And
yeah,
they are punished by that, either by, you know, a Nautilus ulti or an Oriana ulti, or even like a well placed Nunu snowball. Like
yeah,
suddenly this whole team fight, dream fight situation is going to be Soul Society favored.
yeah. But I mean, okay, are you gonna get by an Ornn and a Mumu and an Anivia wall? Like,
That is true, but
there's
the
a lot of
burden is
ways.
on
Yeah,
Chimeras to outplay. No, it's you can just run right in with the Nunu snowball, and if nobody is gonna punish you, then it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Who are you gonna give this game to, Beanie?
I think Chimera's gonna take it.
And
Sorry,
Chimeras
Soul
gonna take it.
Society. I'm just too big of a simp for Orange Seraphine. I'm biased. I'm sorry. I love those two champions.
That is true. I feel like Chimeras have drafted the easier to execute comp.
Yeah,
Like, if I'm throwing like 10, you know, random players, you know, into a game, I'm always going to expect Chimera's comp to win. And it's on the side of Soul Society to be more coordinated and make plays happen in the early game. You know, make Sation sad. Don't let him, you know, get free ultimates. And
yeah,
I think it's doable. Like it's 100% doable. You know, players are going to make mistakes. You know, not everyone is going to play perfect. People are going to step out of position, but that doesn't mean that it's easy for you to take advantage of those position errors. I mean, Beanie, you know, we had two very spicy drafts, two very different game plans,
yeah.
but
Very, very clear. I think I think both teams have a clear idea of what they want to do. But with that, we will be going to a short break. Another one.
We
Yes,
will
very
be going to
unfortunate.
another short break, but on the other side of this break, we get to see some League of Legends action on Summoner's Rift. But before then, we will see you on the flip side. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our favorite home, Summoner's Rift. Beanie, are you happy that we're on Summoner's Rift right now?
I'm very happy. You know, we had a little bit of a slow start. You know, that's okay. You know, issues happen, but looks like we're right out of the gate in invade
Oh, we see an
coming
invade
in from
5 men
Soul
from Soul
Society.
Society. Oh, they're going into the
Oh,
mid bush.
they're
Yeah,
late to the 5 point.
Hyreef was late to the 5 point. Woven has no idea.
Okay, now
Will
they
they
do.
get spotted out? Yeah, they walked over the ward. Woven, luckily not punished for that. Soul Society get a ward on the blue buff. You get a deep ward into the red side jungle, and yeah, I was excited for level 1 action.
Yeah,
I feel
me
like this
too.
always happens, Beanie. Team
Yeah,
decides they want to do something level 1 and then they back out. Makes me very sad.
yeah, maybe for the better. But you know,
It's
standard.
probably.
It's not a vision. Did Moon pick up a sweeper?
Let me see. Yes, a Mumu did pick up a sweeper. Mumu's
Okay,
still
so
in base though.
yeah, he's probably gonna go out and pick those up. Looks like Soul Society going
But
for a little
look
bit
at
of
the
a
yeah,
bot
look at
lane
the bot
cheese.
lane cheese into MF
Oh,
Surfy.
they're gonna
Like
win that
they're gonna
easily.
win that. Yeah.
Unless Seraphine took E for some ungodly reason, they should easily win that. But they're standing a little close to Amumu, so maybe the Amumu just walks down and says, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you now."
Do you think that? Do you think Station and Wolfen like expect? Oh, they're gonna go the
Oh,
safe way though.
yeah, they're just going the safe way. Okay,
They're
well,
going the safe way. Yeah, and seeing Soul Society bot lane's gonna abandon the plan, just looking for the push on the wave.
I probably
Meanwhile,
saw it.
top lane, we see some Camille versus Ornn gameplay. So how that works is that Ornn has surprisingly high base damage and has high outplay
Oh,
potential. Ooh, I got excited, thought the hook was going to hit a champion, but no, we just have standard auto attack trades. But as I was saying, Ornn has the potential to outplay this Camille, but once Camille gets items, like Ornn is just going to be shredded by that Q2. The Cho'Gath ult on a 10-second cooldown, Camille will always outscale a tank.
but yeah. Mill, anyways, getting early fire in the lane. Both level 2s coming up from the bot lane. Nothing gonna happen right away, though. So he's rolling a
Oh, we
snowball into
see a
mid
mid
lane.
gank though. Hyrie fully get knocked up.
Yep.
Very unfortunate. Yeah, it's just like, if you're just a few like millimeters off on those Nunu Ws, then suddenly you crash into a wall, and then gank sort of fizzles out.
Yeah.
See, both junglers have been clearing towards opposite sides. The reason that Soul Society's bot lane was able to get that early cheese is because Nunu started on the top side. Well, trades happening in the top lane. Both players think that they can win this, but it looks like J Boogie and A looking to get the better of the trade, but Give Me a Cup twice is here. Gets the bandage shot, and that will be first blood going to Child Hater on the Ornn. And yeah, I mean, you have to respect the fact that your jungler is playing towards that side. Ooh, hook goes in onto station. Will this be a kill? Exxon Karma, the ignite goes down. That will be a kill. 2v2 for Exxon Karma and Chronic Chris 425.
Yeah, pretty good engage. You blew Ignite for heal and flash. I'd say that's pretty goddamn worth. So yeah, just gonna shove in this
Oh,
wave
we
to get
see more players coming
recall.
in. 2v2 going in the mid lane, giving a cup twice. The bandage toss is flashed away. I don't know if it would have hit, but I definitely respect going for the flash. Cannot risk getting bound up, because then that's like an Anivia Q and Anivia E, and suddenly all of your health bar is gone.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to see Nune's pathing was a little bit slower than Amumu's. Because
Yeah.
look, he's still clearing Raptors right now, and Amumu is finishing up his 6 camp. I think if Amumu knew this, he could have double scuttled. But it's fine. Just
I
take and
mean,
kill top lane and be happy with it.
Nunu definitely has early gank pressure, but if it comes to a match of straight up clearing camps, the Amumu W and the Amumu E are just so much more efficient than anything Nunu has in his kit.
Yeah.
I mean, Nunu does have the consume, but you have to remember that his single target, so it's going to be those camps like the Raptors and the Wolves that are going to be the difference maker when it comes to clear speeds.
Yeah. Where you see Chimera's getting a bit pressure
What I
bot
see?
lane.
I
Nunu's
see a
coming.
bot lane gank. Nunu coming in. Snowball looking for Woven Alchemist. The hook goes through. Woven Alchemist knocked up. Exxon Karma should be able to finish this. Station will be able to stay alive in the top lane. We see J Boogie NA going in. The Ornn E crucially misses. So will be a very slightly Camille favored trade. Right as I say that though, Child Hater gets the Q auto attack. And Ornn's base damage, nothing to be messed with. You know, Soul Society in the bot lane also going for this Infernal Drake. You know, they have the read that Amumu is on the top side of the map and cannot contest this. So
I
it's
think even
really
if
good
he
heads
was
up
there,
play.
I mean, yeah, this is for Infernal Drake. Pretty actually good for Lucian for those stats. I mean, he's got double longsword with a dagger compared to Misfortune's little rinky one longsword. So
Yeah, I mean,
really good.
the
Going for
Ornn
a
coming in there
dive.
looking for this dive. Knockup comes through. J Boogie CC to all eternity. And Child Hater crucially survives, so that is just a 1-for-0. The wave is going to crash in. Probably more important than the gold on Ornn is the CS denied from the Camille.
I mean, so
Good play
Camille
on
is not
cross
having
map.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, Camille was like winning some early trades, but you know, you get ganked once, you get dived twice. We talked about this like late game win condition in the side lane for this Camille. If you know, fall too far behind, it becomes a lot harder to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe Chimeras saw this and they're like, okay, we're just gonna camp this guy. But I mean, they're sacrificing a lot bot lane. I mean, they lost first Drake. Both of Chimera's bot laners have been killed. But
I
you know,
mean,
they're crashing another wave, so you can another recall.
that's the thing. Like you're putting all of your early game resources into Ornamumu topside.
Yeah.
I do not agree with that decision. I mean,
Look at their vision too. They have like Chimera's bot river is completely dark. The only thing they can see is their own blue buff and the lane ward from mid lane. Okay.
see a gank coming into the top side though. J Boogie doesn't hit the hook shot, but the Hextech ultimatum comes down. The snowball will knock up Child Hater. Will this be a kill? Looks like it will be. J Boogie just has to finish with one more auto attack. It goes down. Camille will be traded, but that is a successful gank onto the top side.
Yeah, it's a miracle that Child Hater actually got a return kill on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's like two ways of playing this map as Nunu. You either like see that your Camille is behind and sort of have her play weak side, and you just hard camp the bot lane, or you try and make a play that gets the Camille back into the game. And you know, clearly Nunu chose the latter. 300 gold on Camille, like I said, is more important than 300 gold on Ornn. So generally, I would say that is a worth trade on the side of Soul Society.
I mean, there is benefits to having your Ornn ahead. Like you said, he has insane base numbers. But if he gets those levels a bit too quickly, he can start upgrading his teams. Like, he's already level 8.
That's true.
That's pretty damn good. Okay, he might get engaged on here. No, it looks like he's fine.
No.
But yeah, if you accelerate this Ornn a little too much, he can actually become a problem by making his other teammates strong. But looks like...
Yeah, Rift Herald goes down to the side of Emperor Jack, uncontested. Give me a cup twice on the Amumu. Maybe looking for the lane gank here as Station and Wolven have pushed the wave out. You're gonna see anything happen. Amumu in the bush. What he going to do? Wave's pushing back towards Chimeras as well. The hook goes wide. Seraphine E is enough to root. Forces the Nautilus flash. Chimeras decide they're gonna go in, but give me a cup twice is never in range to make an engage.
Yeah, I mean, I could have seen a flash Q ult there. I could have seen that being the play there. I mean, Seraphine, if Sation held his ult, I mean, Seraphine's nowhere near 6, but yeah, I think if Sation held his ult, and if they made that play, they might have actually been able to double kill them, because Lucian is not tanky at all. But,
I
yeah,
also think that the side of Chimeras, like, they pushed away Soul Society's bot lane before they knew that Amumu was there. I think that's like the key decision maker. Maybe you even just get hooked. And you know, you tank that, especially like as the Seraphine support, you have the exhaust, you have the flash, you know, bait the enemy bot lane in, but you know, that's not what we saw on screen, and thus we will not see any kills come through from that game.
So yeah, pretty even gold as of right now. Chimeras, or I mean, Soul Society a little bit ahead because of the early dragon being infernal, but next strike coming up very, very soon. 30 seconds on it. Chimera's bot lane just coming off a reset. Seraphine picked up a Kindle gem, and Station feeling kind of good with this Rated Dirk and Vamp Scepter. So
Yeah,
we'll see
so we
if
see
maybe a
it's gonna
fight
be
breaks out here, but I don't think so. I don't
gonna
think
be
much is gonna
a
happen.
Eclipse Misfortune this game. Which I don't
Hmm.
hate against that team comp. You know, you
I
definitely
know
get
nothing about Misfortune
survivability.
builds.
Ooh, you see Nunu coming in. The snowball does get eventually exploded, and Woven and Station are gonna come out, forcing the flash from Camille. R2 from Orange comes through. The Bandage Toss comes through, and that's gonna be another kill going to give me a cup twice.
But yeah, this solo XP, I mean, it's getting a little out of hand. He's level 9. But that being said, you know, the mid laner for Soul Society is also level 9. But, you know, you do that, you sacrifice another Dragon's Ocean. But let's see what the soul is here. Mountain Soul. Okay, that's pretty damn good for Chimeras if they manage to get 4 of those.
Yeah, I mean,
But, you know, we'll see.
good for Chimeras, but it's also a lot easier to get for Soul Society when you already
Yeah,
have those 2 dragons.
yeah. I
Chimeras
mean,
actually
is it?
really wanted. I think it's easier.
I mean, they have the Wombo comp. So
Yeah,
if,
but Soul Society has like a better early game if that makes sense. I feel like their hardest scaling
I
member
mean,
is that Camille, who's gonna be in the side lane anyway. Speaking in the side lane, we see Camille 2 levels down on this orange. It's gonna be hard for her to trade. And Orange just doesn't care, using the Bellows Breath to crash another wave into tower.
she's actually trading with him pretty effectively.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like a lot of other top lane matchups, if you're 2 levels behind, you know,
They
at least
go a lot differently.
my solo queue top laners, when they're 2 levels behind, just spam FF and start running it. So
They
they,
make it 3 levels behind at that point.
yeah.
But yeah, Mulu and On actually have pretty decent leads. Yeah, actually have really big leads. It's a gold lead. So
Ooh,
over
the
a
hook comes
1,000. Oh my
through.
god.
Onto Woven. Will anything
Did that do
else
anything?
come from it?
I think
The
that.
Seraphine ult, this might have been a bit of an overextension, as Woven Alchemist makes a really good Seraphine ult to punish the engage from Nautilus.
Yeah, very, very good ult from Wolven. I mean, great response. You know, you have your W's, so when you get hooked W up, you know, like I said earlier, that Lucian range is not the best. So, Hero
Yeah.
plays on top lane actually.
Yeah, just
They
trying
could.
to get some golden plates, but we see the Ornn ult coming through. Dodged
Oh,
by the Hextech ultimatum. Will that be enough? Emperor Jack is here, the TP coming from Lucidity. Seems that the side of Chimeras are pushed away. The Orianna TP was burned. Crucially, Anivia still will have TP, so if Soul Society can't get anything from this fight, it might actually be a Chimera's favored play.
I mean, yeah, they got Mumu Flash, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that Mumu Flash was needed. I think he could have just walked out of the like that new ult isn't exactly like a this will kill you ult. I mean, he has Bomby Cinder and like literally 0 damage items. That would not have killed at all. But we see a couple of mythics coming out. Eclipse Eclipse on the Misfortune, like you said. Gale Force on Lucian, like I said. You know, you need Gale Force in this game. Okay, you just do. Okay, Ludens and
Maybe
Divine
into 3
Cinder.
squishies, it's fine, but I don't know. I feel like when you're using Gale Force to dodge abilities, you know, you're not using Gale Force to its fullest potential.
I mean, I think it's pretty good. Like you can like kind of like annihilate this Misfortune with it.
That
But
is, yeah, that is
I
why
mean,
I would, that's why I would like the Gale Force to have that execute power against the Seraphine or the Misfortune or even the Anivia.
I'll say this though. If you try and auto Misfortune to death, you're gonna lose. You're just gonna lose. That champion does way too much damage. Its Q is just she hurts a
Yeah,
lot.
I mean, it's going to come down to late game, the effective use of the culling. You know, for this Lucian,
Yeah,
that is where a lot of his late game damage comes from. Especially with the new Lucian rework, the crit changes definitely helping out. We see a bit of a play brewing
nope.
in the bot
Lucian burned
side.
Gale Force and
Lucian
Flash.
for Gale Force and
Oh,
flash forward from High Reef. That is a solo kill for the Anivia. Really good heads up play, knowing the limits of his champion, but just as I say that, High Reef caster cursed force into the egg, but will he be fried? In the top lane, meanwhile, solo kill for the Camille. The Amumu ult doesn't... Was that the Amumu ult Stevie? The
No,
camera panned
no, it
at the same
wasn't.
time.
Yeah,
Ah,
but we saw a solo kill top lane somehow.
I mean, so I was talking about the Camille versus Ornn.
Yeah,
That matchup is sort of turning right now.
yeah. I mean, Camille hit her item, so I mean, but, oh my god.
Ooh, that
Oh,
is going to be
heal.
actually a surviving Lucian using heal, but and the culling too to clear the wave. So this actually isn't horrible for Lucian. You know, your
Yeah,
team just got kills on the enemy solo laners. You survived their, initial play. You're feeling pretty good.
yeah. But there's a dragon coming up, and you just burn Misfortune ult. Your Misfortune has no mana. The dragon's literally up right now. So this Misfortune needs to be backing and coming back right away.
Yeah,
I
but
think I think getting this tower is like super greedy because you might just concede dragon for it.
yeah, the Nautilus
You're not even.
doesn't
Are they
hit.
even gonna get the
Will
tower?
they get? I
Are
think
they are.
Station gets it. Yeah, Station
Yeah.
gets first tower. That will
They
be a
just
trade of first tower for Drake 3.
yeah. You just gave up 12 point for a tower. I
I
mean, I
normally
think
really like first tower trades for Drake 1 or Drake 2. Drake 3, not so much.
mhm,
Like, suddenly, like, Soul Point warps the games so
yeah,
much. Especially on such a powerful soul like Mountain Soul.
yeah. Mountain Soul on Camille is pretty insane.
Yeah, so I feel like, maybe a bit of, a snap decision. We'll see if Chimeras can right the ship and pick up these dragons. The Amumu waiting in the wings. Might a play be brewing? No, give me a cup twice is just going to get the wave. Take the wave from Station as a good jungler should.
Yeah. So map starting to shape up. You know, we're seeing bot tower being taken. We should see a roll swap mid to ADC. Yeah, it looks like we are gonna see it.
Yeah, and now Hyri's going to be a bit scarier in those
Yeah,
side lanes.
with his mythic finish, then his boots. It's actually gonna be pretty decent damage. What's that? Are those plated steel caps good here on Lucian?
I
Or
don't
do
think
you
so. I
or
think
do
you need
you
Murkra
I think
to
Mercs,
quickly.
yeah. I think you need oh
Ooh, we see a play happening. Woven Alchemist dodges the Chameleon flash away from J-Boogie and A. But he gets CC'd and he goes down. Good, ability usage from Woven,
yeah,
forcing the Camille flash with the Seraphine ult, dodging the Camille E. Just really good movement there.
yeah. Really well played. So I think I think J Boogie missed his stun.
Do do you think Woven didn't? I thought Woven dodged it, but it could have been a missed stun. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I
Either
think it was
way.
a missed stun because actually maybe not. Because J Boogie was coming from Vision top side.
Yeah.
Right? No,
I
no,
feel
no, he
like
wasn't. No, he wasn't. Okay, that was definitely a missed stun. But anyways, good play from Woven. Nice exhaust, nice ult. You burn the Camille flash, and she just dies. You pick up your Ornn another kill. Not ideal. I would have liked it way better on the Misfortune. But like I said, this
yeah.
Ornn is getting pretty huge with all the solo XP.
Yeah.
Mimu's
I mean,
covering him
ooh, this
actually.
might be a good
This could be really
fate.
good.
Ult coming out from Jay Boogie, but the bandage toss is in. Emperor Jack on the Nunu will not hit the snowball in time. Looking to trade 1-for-1 onto Child Hater. The absolute zero comes through. Is it going to be enough damage? No, it isn't. The flash is forced. It will remain a 1-for-0. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, mid laners fighting Lucidity versus High Reef. High Reef taking a bit of initial damage using the Glacial Storm to try and clear the wave. So another tower goes down for the side of Chimeras.
Yeah, I mean, Chimera's they're really playing topside this game. So we'll see how that works out for them. I think it'll work out fine. Getting your Ornn ahead is honestly fine. Scaling? Oh, nice stun. Nothing of it though. But yeah,
Do
like I
you,
said, the scaling is really good. TP.
Yeah, TP coming in. We see the Rift Herald gonna get a charge. Soul Society looking to open up the map a bit. And we see the Ornald coming through. There's gonna be a fight knock up coming onto the Orianna, but a huge shockwave. Doesn't stop the bullet time, but it wasn't really doing much to anyone but the Orianna. The heal comes through. Will the Amumu ult? No, it's on cooldown actually, so there won't be enough follow-up, and it will be just a 0 for 0.
Mumo would have been huge if he had it up, but
Yeah, I mean, I
he
saw the
doesn't.
positioning and I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way, right? Meanwhile,
Oh.
Nation,
Oh my.
ooh, the Seraphine ult does go wide. Absolute zero channel. Station will take big damage, but it looks like Emperor Jack has stepped up too far. Flash from Chronic Chris away, hooks the wall, but it seems to be all but futile. Actually, the bandage toss, it doesn't have enough range, so I stand corrected. Chronic Chris is able to walk out.
Yeah, really. Bit of a misplay from Wolven with the ult, but overall good on Station for escaping. Nice return kill from High Reef hitting that crucial stun.
I mean, the team fighting here is definitely, definitely up there. We see.
But yeah, Nunu's up for this Drake, so he might just try and steal it.
Is in base. I don't know if we
Yeah.
can even get there fast
Yeah,
enough.
no,
Going for
no,
Raptors,
yeah.
yeah. Seems the play is just to give and let that Camille pressure the side waves.
Yeah.
One Mountain Dragon for the side of Chimeras. That is 3 more until Mountain Soul. So we'll see. Camille
Yeah,
committing
Camilla.
some
Yeah,
property
Camilla
damage.
actually got some pretty good tower damage from that. So yeah, she's gonna run away.
Yeah. I mean, that happens, you don't get the inner tower and really would like to have gotten the inner tower. Obviously nothing Camille can do. Don't want to stay into the Ornn where, the side of Chimeras, sorry, I forgot what team they were.
It's been a long night.
No, I was like, the Hound? Station's on the Hounds. No, but they
Yeah.
are in fact Chimeras, a different type of mythical beast. But the Chimeras would have definitely collapsed on that Camille had she stayed to try and greed for the inner tower.
Yeah, this Amu is pretty damn ahead. He's on 2 items hard. Those are scary 2 items.
Yeah, that is a very, very angry mummy already.
But High Reef is gonna start melting soon. I mean, with those 2 items, his ult is actually gonna do insane damage.
Yeah, I mean, Hyreef on the Anivia going to be a huge
Yeah.
source of damage. Anivia, an
With that
AoE
ult,
control mage who has a lot of bursts with the ults, the Q, and
yeah.
the E.
Yeah, the Lucian looking to pick up Essence Reaver next. I would have liked an LDR.
Yeah, LDR is definitely crucial.
Yeah. But
Lucian
LDR
just
third
doesn't
isn't
want to
terrible.
hit. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, the interaction. Suddenly the engage is stopped. Chimera
Yeah.
to pick up a kill onto the Nunu. A good angle from Gimme a Cup twice to, make that play happen.
yeah. I mean, like you said, just keep from the side, and I think they're just gonna do bad. Yep, they're doing it.
Oh, they're starting Baron. Beanie, we are saved. Chimera's recognizing that the jungler is down and just taking the free objective for what it is. And Soul Society cannot respond.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta have your angles warded. Amumu is a master of flanks. With the bandage tops, with his ult, he's tanky. If he sits in an area with no vision and just flanks, it's almost guaranteed team fight win. But yeah, here comes the upgraded items.
Just the ornaments coming through. First, it's going to be that Forge Fire Crest.
Amumu. Upgrading Amumu first is a little interesting, but I guess he does have 3 kills, 0 deaths, and 4 assists.
Amumu is kind of strong right now. If there was a game to upgrade Amumu early, it would be this one.
this would be it. But yeah, or purchase chains for who? I'm assuming Camille. It's not put on anyone yet?
Hard to check with chains. Kind of gets very weird. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not put on anyone yet.
yeah, but
But
you have
it
to
has
assume it's
global
going on to.
range.
You have to assume it's going on to the Camille, right? To help
Yeah,
deal
yeah,
with
it
side
just makes
lane.
sense. Yeah, mid tower was actually taken by Soul Society when they were doing that Baron. So I mean, they got something for it, but it's Baron on this team, so you might
I
have
mean,
wanted a little bit more. But,
yeah, especially since Baron recalls and the Baron empowered waves
yeah,
make it really hard for you to play through your split pushing Camille.
yeah, it's okay. That MF got LDR, which I think Lucian should have got second, but this MF ult is gonna start doing damage, so it's all up to it's all in Chimera's hands. They have it already. They've got the ornaments, they've got their items. All they need to do is just pull the trigger.
Yeah, it has to be obviously a good engage from the side of Child Hater, Give Me a Cup Twice, or Wolf and Alchemist
Yeah,
with their
I don't think
crucial
they can.
CC abilities.
I don't think they can walk in on this. I think what that Lucian is doing is kind of illegal. Look at the vision that Soul Society has on this objective. Literally nothing. They just sit in a bush and bait out the dragon, and then after they get their kills, they just do it. Like, see how they're just walking up and clearing those wards? I think that should be like highly illegal right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
ooh, wait, the Mumu interaction again comes through. That's gonna be a solo ult onto the Nunu, but the flash is forced. Seraphino goes wide. Could this be the fight that Soul Society needs? The Absolute Zero coming through, but the Ornn ulti is still there. The Ornn ulti is still enough. High Reef untouched. That's gonna be the first kill in this fight. Meanwhile, on the bot side of the fight, Give Me a Cup Twice, looking to 1v1 Orianna. Phase Rush procced. That will get Orianna out, but it looks like it's gonna be another dragon for this side of Chimeras.
another item upgrade for Station getting I don't Sizgi. I don't know what he
Syzygy.
upgraded.
Oh,
Syzygy?
it's syzygy. The idea is that
Okay.
a syzygy is when three or more celestial bodies line up together. So an eclipse is
Oh.
actually a subclassification of a syzygy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
Well,
more generalized celestial term, and the Riot devs, put a lot of effort into making these Ornn upgrades, fit thematically with the item that they're upgrading.
the more you know.
Yes,
But yeah,
Beanie, and you will be tested on this later.
name every single ornament and every single celestial event.
I don't know.
That's my test after this
Syzygy is
game.
definitely my favorite though. My second would have to be probably Divine Sunder, which becomes Deicide, which I think is so
Well,
cool.
that sounds pretty cool.
Deicide obviously being the act of killing
Hmm?
a god or like a mortal figure, if that makes sense. But enough of
Um,
that. We're back
it
to League
doesn't.
of Legends. Nunu going in with the W,
Oh
looking for
my
this
god!
Ornn. But will the return fight come through? Nunu is a very, very fast Yeti, but the Mumu Q is enough. Nunu might get picked off here. The kill will go down. Absolute Zero shield is not enough, but Woven, meanwhile, gets blown up by the shockwave and the culling. It's going to be 1-for-1 so far. Jungler for support, but Give Me a Cup twice. Hits the Q. The bandage toss comes through. High Reef on a killing spree. Mumu flashes out with the depth charge on him. But Child Hater is very, very deceptively healthy. High Reef practically untouched. So far is going to be a 3-for-1 fight. Chimera's favored.
But yeah, Wolven Alchemist actually almost was so close to getting his ult off, and that could have been so much better for Chimeras. But the ult not going off isn't the worst thing ever. You still have your bounties on your when you're Anivia, you still got a 3-for-1. I mean, that's just extremely worth. You get a tower out of it. But a little unfortunate that Wolven did die. But I mean, you're still you're fine with that as Chimeras.
Yeah, I mean, even with these team fights not starting exactly ideal for Chimeras, they are holding enough ults that they can still, turn these fights around with the gold lead that they have, almost
Yeah, almost
actually
a
about
6K.
6K.
Yeah, a 6K gold lead. I mean, as Soul Society, you really don't want uh,
I mean,
to be at a gold disadvantage.
when you're up 6K gold, you can afford to make some, a few like execution errors and still be okay. And that's what I feel like is happening here as another Ornal comes through. dashed away by the Lucian, but it looks like they still want more. The Ornn E will knock Nunu up. The second bandage toss coming in for Give Me a Cup twice after Absolute Zero looking to stall. Meanwhile, on the top side,
They're alone.
actually, Amumu goes down. Yeah, the tanks are alone, but the damage is back. Bullet time finishes off the Lucian. J Boogie pops Hysterics. It will not be enough. Nunu is still up and Amumu is down, so Chimeras are going to decline Baron instead, looking to push mid here.
Nunu went bot lane though. Or I guess he's going mid lane now, but he started pathing bot lane. So I think they could have done something. But better safe than sorry.
I don't think Chimeras ever assume that Nunu goes bot
Yeah.
after that.
I mean, that just makes sense though, but yeah, pretty. I mean, the Ornn and the Amumu were just sitting in there, like in front of all four of them, while the other three just killed the Nautilus. So I mean, not the greatest, targeting, but it is what it is. But Lucian going for a third item. What's the AD slow item called?
Cyrilda's Grudge.
Yes, Sorelda's.
Yes,
Sorelda's
this
third
is
item.
actually very similar to the old
Yeah.
Lucian mid build that
Yeah.
that was popularized, before the Lucian rework.
Yeah,
But I
Dragon
definitely
coming
think
up.
that like Cyrilda's with the culling is still a very, very strong combination and should be respected.
It is very good. But he hasn't quite got the item yet, so, still a long ways to go as the next dragon is spawning.
Yeah, we see Soul Point still for Soul Society if they pick this up. I mean, they have initial pressure on the river, and the hook comes through. Seraphine going to be blown up before the ult comes through. The Ornn is going to TP, Give Me a Cup twice, looking for an ult, but Soul Society correctly spreading out. The second bandage toss goes wide, and suddenly this engage is a lot harder. The Ornn ult does come through onto Ori, though this might be the window. J Boogie going in onto High Reef, but gets stunned up, and the bullet time is insane from Station. Absolutely turning around, such a doomed fight. Station untouched, able to get that DPS out, and suddenly that is Soul Point for Chimeras now.
Yeah, and Baron up, so they could Richard for this and just take it.
Yeah. Station does not get the red buff. Emperor Jack, with the heist, being able to,
I think they just take this. Yeah, they're just gonna take it.
They're just gonna group in. Seraphine is going to come, heal any of this Baron damage, and Soul Society is just choosing to give and play for the waves.
But yeah, second Baron of the game. Soul Point for both teams.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Anivia's gonna hit her swag soon. I mean, she's
High Reef is so strong
close.
right now.
She is so close to death cap, and she is just gonna melt anything that stands in her way. All ornaments are done. I mean, it's an 8K gold lead with 5 ornaments. I mean, it's feeling like a 12K gold lead.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone
Kinda
just does
scary.
so much damage. I think it's
Ooh,
damn near impossible.
Look at the bot lane. J Boogie looking for High Reef in the 1v1, but that is a level 18 bird. Hextech ultimatum comes through, but Emperor Jack is here as well. High Reef crucially is Zanya's the Nunu W. J Boogie also survives though. Survives the E. The egg is here, but there is no teleport. They look like they are going to finish off High Reef. And that is 1,000 gold. Unfortunately, it does go onto the Nunu instead of the Camille, but sort of take what you can get here. But Chimera is responding in turn, looking to break open the base. The second Q is there, and Lucidity on the Orianna blows up before the fight even starts. The Ornald comes through. Emperor Jack will come next. Could this be an end angle for this side of Chimeras? They have Baron, they have a big wave, and there are 2 members dead on the enemy team. Gonna take a miracle for Soul Society to come through with this game win. Station gets a good trade onto J Boogie and he is sent back to the Summoner's platform. Second Nexus turret goes down. Station just auto attacking the Nexus. Depth charge comes through. Knock up onto 2. Seraphine ult comes through as well. Exxon Karma does get Station. The Bandage Toss misses. I feel like Chimeras, if they want to, can start whacking the Nexus. Wolven goes down, but there's not enough damage to kill these tanks.
And that they do. They knock down the Nexus and finish up game 1.
Yeah, I mean, good game from both sides. We can definitely see, you know, signs of life from both squads. Good plays, some misplays. What are your thoughts on that game, Beanie?
Um, so I think that Give Me a Cup twice and Child Hater played the top side of the map really well. You know, they had a few hiccups here and there, Ornn getting solo killed, Ornn getting ganked, but in the end it didn't really matter. Okay, this Ornn, he got tanky, he got ahead, he got his ornaments for his entire team relatively quickly. Around 28, 30 minutes, he had around all 5 ornaments down for his team, and at that point, in my professional opinion, the game was over. Okay, there's not really a lot of comeback potential. You have your Seraphine healing your 2, just these tanks that who's really going to do damage to them. This okay, Camille does pretty decent damage, but I mean, you're just going to get CC'd if you run into them. Okay, like that's what's going to happen. So I mean, I didn't really have a lot of faith in Soul Society's comp. I saw their win con, but I just thought that Chimeras just had it so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easier to execute comp, but I do like what Soul Society was trying to do. They identified like a win condition for the enemy team, and they, had what seems to be like a fairly concrete plan on how to stop it. Unfortunately, the Ornn and the Amumu were able to get too far ahead in the early game, but maybe if some of those ganks go awry, you can see this game going in a completely different direction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it was the cleanest cut game ever. I mean, you did kind of, give away a 1,000 gold bounty. You had some hiccups in fights before. You had Wolven dying before even getting his ult off sometimes, which is pretty bad. But I mean, you just drafted the better team comp.
Yeah, but we're actually going to send it to a quick break before we get into game 2. But that was some good League of Legends. I'm satisfied about that. Beanie, do you think that was some good League of Legends?
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. I'm not gonna say it was perfect play because we're not exactly at the highest level of play for League here, but it was enjoyable. It's for sure enjoyable.
All right. Well, we will see you when we get back into draft for game 2. But before that, see you on the flip side. welcome back to game 2 of Soul Society versus Chimeras. And we are going to head straight into draft. Gonna get some more League of Legends Champion Select action. So we see both teams are going to ready up. Beanie, what do you think is going to be the adaptations made in this game's draft?
I think Red side needs to. I think Soul Society needs to ban some of these, like some of the champions that they really want. Like Amumu was a huge issue that game. I don't want to say Ornn because he did get just a ton of ganks. Maybe a Seraphine ban wouldn't be terrible. Switch out the Leona for that.
I think the Amumu was definitely like
Yeah, the
a
Amumu was a
huge
huge issue.
facilitator in that game.
But yeah, I think Chimeras can just keep their old bans with Nocturne and whatever.
Yeah, shutting down the Nocturne, the Nunu was like,
Yeah.
it felt like it was doing a lot, but
Yeah, I
it
think
felt
the
like
Camille
Mumu
ban.
was doing more.
I feel like a Camille ban would be pretty good. Maybe keeping the Kaisa ban. I don't know. Kaisa's not really like one of those amazing champions anymore. She did get hit with a bunch of nerfs, and she's honestly pretty mediocre. Or that's what a bunch of people say. I think she's all playable, but not first round ban worthy. But anyways, we're getting into bans. So Chimeras with the first ban, hoping to see Nocturne again. But we'll see. Fiora, and first, looks like they don't want. I mean, this. I think Child, or I mean, J Boogie is pretty good on these like carry top lanes that come out like Fiora or Wukong. I think he was having last game. So another keeping the Leona ban.
Yeah, Leona ban's good. I think Leona's so strong champion. Like, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, the Mumu's gone.
Okay. Thank you for banning the Amumu.
Smoj, the mummy is gone.
Yeah. Looks like Chimeras are just gonna keep their bans from last game. So that wasn't an issue last game. So we're just gonna keep our bans. If it's not fixed, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I do like the adaptation of banning Amumu and keeping the Mundo ban. I don't think first pick Seraphine. I think first pick Seraphine would be kind of really good. Tom Kench. Oh dear.
The Kench has in fact been unbenched. Blind pick Tom Kench. You have to assume that's Tom Kench top, right? The Diana Thresh
Yeah.
locked in on the other side as well.
Yeah, that is Thresh. I don't know if that's the greatest response in the world. I mean, that's very obviously Tom Kench top lane.
Yeah, and we see the Taric too, so
Yeah.
that all but confirms it. I mean, I think Diana Thresh is good for like, getting picks into engages maybe. Like you thresh hook the tank, they get Diana queued, and then double E into the backline with the
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, we're getting spicy here.
We are getting spicy. Taric Fiddle TK. That just spells we're gonna die of you. So the Thresh pick actually has a lot of value. With the escaping and the healing. For whoever they do decide to pick up as ADC, a Gnar pick. Maybe?
Are covered? I mean, I think it makes sense a lot.
Jinx.
Jinx Thresh definitely that's definitely like a good bot lane pairing to have.
Yeah.
Jinx Thresh able to like isolate individual targets, give Jinx the reset. Thresh also able to make up for Jinx's lack of innate mobility, with the lantern.
Yeah. So yeah, Jinx Thresh into Taric Fiddle TK. Huh. Lilia ban for what? Wait, why? Is that a mistake?
I mean, Lilia mid. I don't think Reef plays Lilia mid. Oh yeah, it looks like a mistake. Lilia is. Oh, nope. They have just said Lilia in chat.
I'm hoping that's a mistake because there's no way you ban Leona there. I mean, they picked top lane and jungle, and Lilia top is kind of a stretch at this point, right? Because now.
Scion being hovered. I mean, I don't know if Reef plays Lily mid. I mean, I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
I,
Is it a thing?
I mean, it's like less of a thing than Lily at top, but it's like
Yeah, for sure.
you see a Nautilus band up from support as well. But that has to be a Taric support, right?
Yeah, why did they just ban a support and a top laner when they have picked both of those? Or a
I don't
support and a
know.
jungler. Okay, this draft
Maybe it's
is
some
yeah.
secret technology that I do not know. But on the other side, Set and Camille band up. You see red side going to lock in Gnar. Okay, so this is the Gnar pick that was hovered. Wasn't banned out from Chimeras, so it's going to be locked up. Gnar really good with the team fight, really good with Diana, the Jinx, all the AoE CC to set up for some rocket reset. Draven.
Oh my god,
Station going for an
Station
early kill lane. I mean, Draven was buffed this patch, does have the execute on the ultimate. What do you think? How do you think this bot lane is gonna go, Beanie?
Depends on. Oh wait, Tarek Draven versus Jinx Thresh. I think there's a lot less kill pressure than you want. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Draven really wants that kill pressure, right? Because I'm pretty sure the way you play Draven right now is you build up your stacks in lane, you just get as many as you can, and then in team fights you shoot your ult down the middle lane, you deal 600 damage, and then you get the whatever 300 damage execute, and then you cash out like 1,000 gold or something insane. But Vladimir mid, I don't know if I like that at all.
I mean, it's late game scaling that you don't have with the Draven. And we see the Syndra coming in. I think Syndra's gonna have pressure in like the
I
early
like
mid
Syndra here.
game.
I do like Syndra.
I think Syndra will get outscaled by just the threat of a Vladimir.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you dare. Bounce right off.
Which draft do you like more, Beanie?
I don't know. It's kind of okay. I don't really like what Cameras did with picking Vlad because okay, TK into Gnar is like weird because there's no like really one defining winning. Like it's kind of up in the air because it is sort of a skill matchup, right? If the Gnar is bad, then the TK is very clear. It's a lot harder to lose the matchup as TK. I will say that, but it's pretty easy if the Gnar is good at Gnar to make this matchup go pretty even. And Vladimir's kind of a late scaling champion, so you just picked two kind of like even lane matchups against a Diana when you have Fiddlesticks. And Fiddlesticks is kind of he's useless for it's level 6, right? He's not going to be ganking these lanes. He's not going to be getting these like amazing kills because Vladimir has next to no setup, and TK is kind of pain to gank against, especially like a Gnar. So I'm a bit curious on whether we're or not we're going to see like a bot side focus in this because of Jinx, because he is really squishy. But with the Thresh, it's kind of hard. So basically, my thoughts are you drafted losing / even lanes as Chimeras with a Fiddle jungle, which is like really not the best thing you want to see. Went on so Society, you ganked you picked two laners with good gank setup with a Diana, and then you have a safe bot lane. So I think if
Diana
so
doesn't really want
Society,
to do stuff until 6 either, though.
I mean, she has pretty good ganks. Like she actually has a dash ability.
I mean, yes, she does have a dash ability.
I mean, if this Gnar just knocks her into the wall, stuns, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill, right?
but you can't knock someone to the wall until Nara is 6, so you have like
Oh
a
yeah,
2-level window.
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, I'm blind.
Very tough. I think in the mid lane. I mean, in the mid lane, I could see it happen, but it's also
Yeah.
hard to do that to a Vladimir. He just pulls away from the Syndra EQ, and then suddenly all of your CC is gone. I don't know. I'm actually partial to Chimera's draft here. I think Taric is
Yes.
so hard to play against.
yeah. I do like the like. I think their team fighting is going to be pretty insane with Tarek TK Fiddle. Like that's just kind of like really, it's going to feel terrible to go against.
Yeah, because I guess TK can always like, eat Station if Station gets mispositioned, or even like the pressure of eat onto any of the enemy carries, or even the Diana that dives in. You dive in, you get auto Q autoed, and then suddenly like you don't have the survivability to deal with that.
Mhm.
I just didn't swim those.
But yeah, comp. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I like Soul Society's draft here, but yeah, that's basically all my thoughts about this draft. Not really much more
I think
to say.
I think Chimera's draft is harder to play, but it's also harder to play against.
Yeah,
It's a really wonky draft. That
yeah.
is. I mean, it's like it's the idea that if you don't know what you're doing, how are they supposed to know what you're doing? And it like against Chimera's last draft, there's a clear way to make a game plan around this. Like you try and play for side lanes, you get the Camille ahead. I don't see like that easy of a blueprint to beat this team. I mean, I you maybe like shut the Draven down, but then you have a farmed Vladimir. You can't really play for early ganks. Maybe bot lane if Station gets hooked, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I think, like I said, you have pretty decent gank setup in both your solo lanes with a Diana. So at level 6, they might just like die immediately.
I don't know. I think Chimera's solo lanes have easy ways to get out of ganks.
Yeah, I will agree with you that they do have that. But yeah, anyways,
I don't know. I mean, you heard it from the third smartest person himself, Beanie, that
how do you keep putting me down one time every time you say that?
I don't know, Beanie.
Okay.
I mean, we will be throwing it to a break soon. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm gonna give it to Chimeras though, just very slightly. But like I said, we're gonna throw it to a break right now. Beanie, do you have any parting words for the lovely folks at home?
Good luck to both teams. I hope for another game of lots of fighting and lots of quality gameplay.
All right, we will see you on the flip side. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time today. We are on everyone's favorite magical battleground, Summoner's Rift, and we got more invade action.
And a spicy one coming from.
I think High Reef's like good on the 5-point timing
Yeah.
though. They're
Oh,
just
they're
spotted out,
they're
and then they have
stacking.
to walk away. Yeah.
30 seconds until
Honestly,
minions
it
spawn.
might have been the play to not have High Reef like
Yeah.
be in the proper spot.
Yeah. I think if
Like
they
if
stack,
Hyreef
they
goes
win
for
it.
the stack, then they win the level 1 with the
Hmm.
Taric stun. So
Yeah. And
Hyreef
the
punished for playing properly. What a shame.
yeah, you hate to see it.
And we see Cosmic
A
Society
little,
able to get
yeah,
a
a
I
little
say
ward there.
Cosmic, I meant Soul Society. My apologies.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, they
Soul
get a little
Society
ward
able
down.
to get a little ward for the Raptors. I like it better than last game's wards because Fiddlesticks can actually like double camp Red Raptors. He can also do it on Blue Gromp. And
Yeah.
there's so many places where a Fiddlesticks can start. So getting a word like that might not like guarantee anything. It definitely does help.
Yeah. So you prevent the cheese with that word that they placed here. So yeah, it's like just
That's
standard
also
leash.
another good word because Fiddlesticks can start leashless. So you know
Yeah.
if any spicy actions happen.
Mhm. So this time is pretty low to start the game. So you know, standard laning from everyone. So Vladimir's running Dark Seal and no ignite. I think if you take Dark Seal, you're kind of like forced into taking Ignite because you're not really gonna kill someone who just hard outranges you in lane. We'll see. Anything can happen.
Ooh, we see the level 2 coming in from the bot lane of Society. The flash is not enough. Woven Alchemist still gets hooked, and it's going to be first blood. The Ignite comes through. The Rocket Ignite is going to be enough. But Station looking to maybe make a trade. The heal comes through, though, and suddenly Station is at a health disadvantage. Very good play from the bot lane of Soul Society, understanding the level 2 breakpoint, and Station does not respect it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Jade Boogie is going to go Mega. Trade's gonna be ended, but that's slightly Child Hater favored, I feel like. Although J Boogie is just getting the push, so I don't even think it matters.
Yeah, it's gotta feel pretty bad losing that 2v2. It's not the worst thing ever because Thresh did get the kill, but I mean it's still pretty bad. Not getting actually a really good word. And, give me a cup twice.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they're
both
actually
are
collapsing
early
on him.
kill side invade. Ooh, the smite
just
comes
die.
through though. Oh, this
Wait,
is gonna be a 2v3.
that was
Diana
pretty
coming
low.
in. The flash
Oh.
going through, but it's going to be traded. Flash away from Diana, and the Triumph is going to be enough to smite as well. Secure some health. High Reef coming in, but what can a level 3 Vladimir do here? I'll give you a hint. The answer is absolutely nothing, as Scuttle Crab is going to be taken for free.
But yeah, really good rotation. I mean, you figure out, you say, okay, this way, TK froze the wave. You say, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go find your jungler. My mid laner's gonna come with me, and we're gonna kill him. You have fun with this wave here. They do exactly that. They get an early kill, and now Diana can't exactly double scuttle, but she is up a kill, so she's feeling pretty damn good.
I mean, oh, we see a fight happening in the bot lane, though. Give me a cup twice. Is going to be stunned up. The hook doesn't hit, but that still will be a kill anyway. Emperor Jack on this Diana going to get the kill. Meanwhile, this stun actually stops the Tom Kench W, and suddenly Child Hater is out of mana, and J Boogie is going to get the movement speed from being many flashes from both top laners. Will Child Hater be able to get the gray health? He will. J Boogie crucially stops before he gets into tower range, but Soul Society really taking over the early game here. Ooh, Woven Alchemist going for the stun onto Emperor Jack. The gank won't happen, but we could see a bit of a play, formulating in both teams' heads. This first dragon is going to spawn up soon.
Yeah, I mean, the stand is up 2-0. I mean, she's got a Hextech alternator spot up and a little Ruby Crystal to top it all off. But I mean, yeah, pretty well played from this Diana. Like I said, if she's pretty good early. She's not exactly like bad.
I mean, I don't think she's a bad champion early, but
I think
unless
her
he
early
gets her,
pressure is a lot like before 6. It's like actually a lot better than Fiddle 6
yeah,
because
comparing Diana to a Fiddlesticks, yeah, sure.
well, I
Fiddlesticks
mean
not known
that's
for
what
his
the game
ability
is.
to Fiddlesticks not known for his ability to do literally anything before level 6, but
But I mean that's what happened this game. You know, they picked Fiddle, so
that is true. I mean, this is also a pretty sizable gold lead coming out. We have farm leads in the top lane for J Boogie's Gnar. Actually, that's really the only farm lead besides the one in the jungle. It looks like most of this
yeah,
gold lead is from kills.
yeah.
1.5k for this side of Soul Society.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty even mid lane. Not really getting much use out of this Dark Steel. But still has yet to take a single recall. A bit concerning considering he has around 1,400 gold in his inventory.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as he doesn't get punished for not spending that gold, you know. Ooh, speaking of getting punished, though, Station almost punished for walking up for that auto attack. You know, in the top lane, we see Give Me a Cup twice actually going for a pre-6 gank onto this Gnar. He sees that the Gnar is shoving, and you know, Gnar does get 6 though, but he is a bit far from Mega. The fear is going to come through. You have to imagine that they'll have enough damage, though the Gnar bar is filling. Is Mega going to come through? Oh, the Q is blocked by the minions, and now Gnar is Mega going for the ultimate. Only hits Tom Kench into the wall, and it will be a kill, but a very valiant effort by J Boogie NA.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty good gank actually. Well, TK I guess
Yeah.
has some pretty good gank setup himself with his CC.
TK
but
has a lot of CC, but speaking of ganks in the bot lane, Chronic Chris gonna look for the hook. You know, Emperor Jack though, he is 6. There's no way Sation and Wolven are gonna be able to win this fight. Wolven gonna be the first to go down. Sation escapes with his life, but this Draven is just getting shut down by the superior jungle pressure by Soul Society.
yeah, I mean this Diana pick is working out extremely well for them. And they've developed themselves only a 1k lead on paper, but pretty big one as they claim the first dragon of the game.
Yeah,
Herald is
getting
up.
a gold lead with that dragon, you know, it's you don't trade anything for getting that dragon. You know, you
Yeah.
sort of earn that dragon by making the play bot lane. Give Me a Cup twice is 6 though. Maybe you're gonna look for the Fiddlesticks ulti.
Yeah.
Will be spotted out though by the ward. The Fiddlesticks effigy, of course, acts as a sweeper, so Give Me a Cup twice does know that he is spotted.
Hey, you. Oh, that's not you.
Yeah, I mean, um, Soul Society just has the entire bot side of the river kind of lit up. These pinks everywhere, but looks like Wolven is going to clear some of them.
Yeah, using the enemy bot lane's reset to get some of that vision prepped means that I think that they are going to try and go for a regank. Emperor Jack on the top side
No
is just going
way.
to take the Herald, and you know, Cup is just has to farm his own camps, otherwise he'll fall too far behind. So another neutral
Yeah.
objective claimed pretty much for free.
I mean, yeah, there's not much you can do when as jungle, you know, you're this far behind. So he has hit 6 now, so maybe
Oh,
we'll see
ooh.
some
He'll be
game
spotted
changing
on,
ganks.
actually both teams spotted on a ward. Emperor Jack though knows that he has friends. The effigy flashes, that is not Cup himself, but they're gonna make a play for this blue buff. Though it looks like Chimeras don't want to give this up for free.
Yeah.
Wolven roaming up, but it might just be too little too late. Blue buff secured for the Diana, and the rest of the team just walks away.
Yeah, pretty good rotation from Chronic Chris. Just saying, you know, we're gonna take your blue buff because I'm here. Basically denying any sort of engaged potential from Child Hater and Give Me a Cup twice, but it does leave bot lane into a 1v1, and Draven is known for his
I mean, it's not going to be a 1v1
potential.
for much longer as Lucidity and Chronic Chris are coming in. They are spotted by the effigy. But, I mean, we saw... Ooh, this might be a play brewing, though. The recall does get canceled. Emperor Jack going in onto Give Me a Cup twice. The fear should push Diana away, but there's another dash. The ultimate comes through. The Tom Kench Eat will stop the second tick of damage. But this top lane side of Chimeras is a lot squishier than last game, and they're getting punished for it.
Yeah. And playing bot side this series is or this game is just not the move. I think you just play through your bot lane or even mid lane could maybe work because Vlad isn't.
I
Vlad is
think you
pretty
have
good
to.
while ahead.
I think you have to play through High Reef at this point. Station is just too far behind on this Draven pick. Maybe
Yeah.
he can build up some stacks and
Yeah,
use the
he
new
actually does
access
have a good amount of
path.
stacks though.
Yeah, that's true. He has his ultimate. They
Yeah, he
went
has
Exhaust
244
Ignite in the
stacks.
bot lane, so they win the. I mean, theoretically, in an even item
Yeah.
advantage, they should win the 2v2, but that sort of
Yeah.
hasn't been how the game is going.
But yeah, he actually does have a sizable amount of stacks. So if he gets a fight that goes his way, he can actually um uh, make something happen this game. Which, oh,
We have the Tark ult coming out, but there's no teammates here. Station may be looking to trade onto Exxon Karma, but that's not going to be the kill going through. Station now dies, loses a bunch of his stacks, and this Diana is very, very, very big.
yeah. I mean, that just is the most unfortunate thing ever. I mean, this
They might look for the dive. The
yeah.
recall is interrupted, and
I think you
could
just
be.
dive him and kill him.
Yeah, and what is Fiddlesticks getting on the top side? Nothing. Wolven just left on his own to the Wolves. The Wolves being a giant mega death rocket, as this is going to be first. It has to be first turret here, right? Just
Yeah, yeah. There's no
give
way.
him over.
But I mean, Draven just lost his 250 stacks without getting a kill. I mean, this is just—it's all falling apart for Chimeras this
And
game.
the top lane, just nothing's happening. Fiddlesticks is just sitting in Tribush, just not able to get a gank off. Like at some point, you have to like go mid lane, go for a counter maybe. This top lane play is just clearly not working out, and it's kind of detrimental to the team that they're choosing to force it so much.
Yeah. I think as Chimeras, you just need to figure out a way to slow this game down. Stop taking unnecessary fights, get defensive vision set up, and basically just look for openings in their play.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the second dragon also given over for free. Chimeras did give up 3 dragons last time, and they were fine. But last time, they also were not this far behind. They were trading stuff for the dragons, and now they're just letting the dragons happen. I mean, when you're that far behind, there's not much you can do. I mean, like Hyrule in the mid lane, he's farming well. He's doing his job, but the rest of the map is
yeah. You're gonna need to
falling apart.
do a lot than just farm decent as this Vlad this game if you want anything significant to come out of it.
I mean, Vladimir just wants the
Vladimir
rest of
does-
the team
yeah.
to stop like bleeding across the map, so that this gold graph becomes a little less exponential.
But Fiddlesticks picking up Night Harvester. Could have been an interesting purchase. I would have much preferred.
The proto belt, right?
Yeah, it's part of belt like every game. I don't think Night Harvester is that good ever, but we'll see. We'll see if
Could be for the mythic passive, its ability haste. I definitely think that proto belt's magic penetration is more important.
Yeah.
This game.
yeah, absolutely. But
Alright,
we'll see.
bit of a misplay there. Maybe a play brewing in the mid lane though, but Thresh and Diana are there as well. Fiddlesticks just walks into vision, and so that's not gonna happen. Maybe for the better. There is a control ward protecting Reef though, so he should not be going down here.
Oh, Harry's getting jumped on.
Hyde's getting done meal on the top lane. Child Hater going for the 1v1. J Boogie misses the Gnar ultimate. Child Hater now looking to go in. There is no TK ult. It was used at the start of the fight, but there are a lot of members of Soul Society coming in to help this Gnar. They're, hovering, getting control of this topside quadrant, and Wolven and Station are still bot lane, and they're just not really getting much out of this.
No way. What's the detail on that?
Yeah, I mean, gladly for Chimeras. Nothing did come out of that play, so no losses. But so Draven's slowly building those stacks back up, back at 150. So maybe he will put his execute passive on his ult to use as they knock on this tower. But Chronicles has just been outside of lane a lot. I mean, he's just going to look for plays when he can. Might be a dive top, as Child Hitter has absolutely no vision, and J-Boogie just hit ult.
And the Rift Herald is going down too. I mean, that's, like I said, another neutral objective. The Diana ult comes through. The Flay Gray health doesn't really do much. Will he get out though? There's no more CC. He gets out and he flashes away. Soul Society not holding their CC properly, but I doubt they're too angry. I mean, that's a tower answered for nothing.
They're gonna get
again?
another. They're gonna get another charge on this. There's no way this. There's no way this
is
Vlad.
here, but I don't know if High Reef can stop it. You can like go for the auto and then W out. I don't think it lasts long enough. Diana's too strong to risk something like that, and that's going to be another charge onto the inner turret.
That would have been so.
Yep, now they're knocking on mid tower.
Yeah, mid tower is going down, and your Fiddlesticks is getting Gromp on the other side. I mean, that's better than getting nothing.
Yeah.
And doing a bit of counter jungling, as it is. But
Fiddle is getting counter jungled himself, and we are just watching Chimeras struggle.
I mean, I just want to see Chimera like press their buttons at all. Like, go for a play or something, because it's going to be a lot harder when they're up 10k gold than when they're up 5k gold.
Yeah.
You have Taric ult, you have Fiddlesticks ult, you have Vladimir ult, you have all of these teamfight ults, and you're just sitting back and watching the map fall.
Yeah, next dragon spawning up. Chimera's actually clearing some vision out of their side of the jungle, which is pretty nice, but you're gonna need to get into that river, and you're gonna need to get into position if you want any chance at winning this fight. But with your mid and your bot tower gone, it's a little bit hard, and Soul Society is just here first.
They went and they cleared vision, but they didn't, shove the waves first. Maybe look. Okay, bit of a miscommunication. The Thresh is not stunned up. I mean, Nars has TP. Nars TPing now. They're looking for Child Haters Tom Kent. Meanwhile, Wolven and Station have a bit of a flank, but flank Taric, flank Draven, not exactly known for their.
They could just walk on them.
Oh, the Fiddlesticks ult is huge though. The Taric ult coming through, but was the Taric ult too late? I mean, it does save the Fiddlesticks from the Syndra ult. The Zanya is not enough, but Emperor Jack, like, no one went down to the Fiddlesticks ult. And as this fight goes on, it becomes easier and easier for Soul Society. This Jinx is untouched. This Syndra is untouched. Diana doesn't go down. 1 kill for the side of Chimeras, but a clean ace for the rest of Soul Society.
So, Soul Society did just ace him, but Station did get to claim his stacks. He did actually kill J-Boogie before he died.
I mean...
But, I mean, at this point, it's...
He is 1 and 2.
Yeah.
This isn't a Draven that's going to carry a game right now. Like, it was a really good Fiddlesticks ulti. Feared 5 people, but there seemed to be some sort of communication breakdown, because the Taric ult was just way too late. And then Fiddlesticks got chunked. And, got chunked by the Syndra ult. Zanya'd as well, so Fiddlesticks couldn't have that, follow-up damage with the initial fear. If only there was an item that gave you magic penetration and allowed you to dash into the enemy team when using a blink ultimate ability like, Fiddlesticks ultimate, but unfortunately such item does not exist in the game apparently, so, really unfortunate for Chimeras, but it was such a good look by the Fiddlesticks, but, misplays by the Fiddle himself after the fear, and then just a breakdown of the communication from
He just doesn't have the damage. He just doesn't. It's It's really that simple. If he was maybe even with Diana, or if he was ahead, if he had like any significant amount of gold, I think he can completely wipe that team with that play. But he just doesn't have the resources for
Woven
that.
getting
And
spotted
Woven,
out, face checking into the Diana Thresh. It will go down to the Jinx Rocket. That's
two
very
ults,
good for Soul Society. That's a 5-0
yeah,
Jinx.
yeah, but 2 ults burn, not really what you want to see, but they don't really care. They're just
Doesn't
gonna go for
matter.
Baron.
They're gonna hashtag start Baron here as going in.
Yeah, it's all fine. I mean, Fiddlesticks is bot lane, Vladimir's bot lane. There's just nothing that Chimeras can do about this. Who's TPing? To bot
Yeah,
tower?
Syndra's just covering a bot lane. I don't think Fiddlesticks is gonna look for this play. Yeah, Fiddlesticks just trying to.
Yeah, they're looking for a dive on top
Ooh,
lane. Or
Reef
just a
gets
regular kill.
stopped, but that might have been a bit more than you bargained for. The solo kill for High Reef. Definitely like the bright spot of this team, but meanwhile on the top side, that's just a free dive. Child Hater going down. The Tom Kench Spray health is not enough to take through all of that.
Oh, yeah, nice return kill in the bot lane. I mean, you didn't really get a bounty for it. So, but it is a kill. It is Darksteel stacks. It is gold on your Vladimir, who is actually really good with scaling. So maybe a few more of those, and we might see life coming back for Chimeras. But as of right now, it's still looking pretty grim.
Yeah. It is not looking the best for the side of Chimeras. I mean, this is the point where you wonder, like, what can you do? What is your win condition? How do you take this game and turn it around? Has to be Hyrius Vlad, right?
Yeah,
That's,
I mean,
that has to be the win condition.
it's not the Fiddlesticks. It's not the DK. It
Not
has
the
to be
Night
the
Harvester
Vlad.
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
You see, looking at items, Hyrius has picked up the Proto Belt. I really wonder what that item does, but seem it's probably good on Vladimir and other AP champions that need to get into fights. Meanwhile, Emperor Jack maybe fishing for an ult there, but safe enough that he's able to get out.
Well, he's really making them sit on the edge of their seats here with these E's in. Making sure to keep her E active so that it can be reset easily. But we might be able to see a look here. It's, Emperor Jack's just dashing in, dashing in over and over again. They're just letting this cannon well in this tower, but Fiddlesticks.
The flash hook
Oh.
onto Woven, and he goes down. TP from Child Hater behind. The station's gonna get jumped on. The Zanya is absolutely insane. Emperor Jack will not survive, and actually gives the shutdown to High Reef. That might be worse for you in the long run, but the Zanya sits all time. The Fiddlesticks goes in for the ulti. That's the flash. That is a movement ability. We'll get the Thresh, but ooh, High Reef actually went down to the Jinx Rocket.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
2 kills for the Jinx. You think this could be the game? I think it could be.
I think maybe.
They would know.
No,
would
I
know
don't think there's
Hyrie?
enough minions.
Wait, there's a wave coming in. If Nard just walks, or maybe they're just gonna go for double inhib, not for the end. I think they
that's too
hard
much
win
play
the
for
3.
play.
I think they hard win the 3v3 though.
Oh, absolutely with their
That's stun coming through. Yeah, they're just gonna walk
yeah,
though.
they're just gonna walk away with their
Yeah, I mean
their
they're gonna
wins.
get
Dragon
soul. I guess
coming up.
I guess it's the safer play to go for
Yeah.
soul, but
for sure.
I mean, I feel like you can end there. If you make the play like right after you kill Vladimir, you send
Yeah.
Nard to the mid lane, but and going for a safer route.
So, yeah. All of almost all of Soul Society picking up their second items, and
They are so
I mean,
scary. This Jinx, this Diana.
yeah. I mean, this thing just does insane damage in fights, and it's almost impossible to get on her.
I mean, how do you turn this? I mean, Phillips is going for a flank, but there's no flash for this fight, and no other movement-based items.
Oh my god,
So.
he's just
Goes in, but he's dead. Child Hater's there too, but looks like it's just gonna be the fight and soul and an end. The Tarek ult saves you for 1 more second, but they just got blown up. Station and High Reef, the carries, only to alive, but Infernal Soul's gonna come down, and you have to assume that Soul Society
I
just
mean,
walk in
it's
and end the game.
it's Infernal Soul with an 8-1 Diana. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing you can do at this point. You know, your Fiddlesticks, who's a one shot at this point, right? He has no more stopwatch. I mean, he's got 90 Hybrid, so he's getting a one shot. I mean, this game's just over. So they're gonna walk themselves in, knock down these towers.
Kyrie's going in for the miracle play. Doesn't have enough damage. That will be enough to get the Syndro. Goes into the Zanius. Will have the Q3, but the Thresh have timed extremely well. Giving a cup twice. Going in. Tries to get some damage off. Soul Society is low, but Soul Society will not go down. Ziki going down. Giving a cup twice will go down. Station probably gonna go. Nah, Station's fine. Woven, on the other hand, will go down. And the Nexus will be next as Soul Society bring the series to 1-1.
Okay. So yeah, a much more convincing game from Soul Society here with absolute jungle domination, bot lane domination. I mean, this game was just play after play after play from Soul Society, and not really much response from Chimeras. It looks like they just rolled over and took it.
Yeah, I want Chimeras to pick a champion that does something early game because
Like I said, you're picking
not
these late. Yeah.
taking the scaling matchup gracefully.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So yeah, we are at
I mean,
match
I don't know what
point.
else to say. Yeah, we're
I
at
mean-
match point. We got another a very deciding game coming through. I don't know. What do you think about Soul Society, Chef? Do you think they just run this back? I mean, you have to assume so. This whole scaling ADC thing, Exxon Karma, absolutely, winning the what should be not an easy matchup in the
Yeah.
bot lane.
They just Emperor Jack just played way too good. I mean, so hopefully we see a few more bans coming out for Emperor Jack, especially that Diana that was a bit disgusting, and maybe a bit of a better draft from Chimeras next game.
Yeah, but we will see you on the other side as we get into game 3. I mean, I'm disappointed. I feel like one of those parents, like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. But you know what I am proud of? I'm proud of Soul Society for turning that, game 1 around. It felt like,
Wait,
they
are we on break?
still have a game plan. Are we on break? I don't think we're on break. Yeah, we're still
Okay,
going,
perfect.
Beanie. Yeah, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the fourth smartest person I know, Soul
Okay.
Society knows what they want to do. They knew what they wanted to do last game. They just didn't do it. But this game they did do it. And we saw what happened when they do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Now, after I'm done saying what I was saying, we can take it to a break. We will see you guys back for game 3 on the flip side. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I almost said welcome back to Summoner's Rift, but we're not on Summoner's Rift yet. Let me not get ahead of myself. We are in Champion Select. Where do you think Champion Select takes place in Beanie? My guess is an Endless Void, but speaking of Endless Voids, I don't have a segue for that. I want to see Chimeras draft something better.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
where I was getting to.
I like their game one draft. I like it a million times more than their game two. So hopefully they bring back something of that style. I want the surfing. I want the Ornn. I want the whatever they had mid lane. Anivia. That Anivia was
Anivia.
really good.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think I just want a jungler that can do anything before 6. And
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you just
clear
get
that like
a Mumu.
Cup was a lot less like familiar with the playstyle that he needed to do in game 2 versus game 1. So also I want Child Tater on something that can like the Ornn was okay because it's like Ornn, it's whatever. Ornn's always gonna be good. But if you're gonna like spend the entire game camping top, then put your top laner on something that can carry. You know?
I mean,
Or
yeah,
just don't camp top.
yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you just don't.
Ah.
You don't pick TK there. You just don't. I don't like the TK first pick blind. Like I think there's a bunch of better picks, but yeah, hopefully something different this game. But we'll see.
So I'm getting word that draft has started, but since we were given the wrong links, let's see. If you guys open the link that Hyreef sent, oh yeah, so this is the right link. So we see where are we at? So Soul Society blue side, they locked in Thresh first pick. Makes sense. Thresh was definitely like very big, in getting that Diana ahead. Meanwhile, on the side of Chimeras, we got the Morgana and the Ezreal locked in. Or the Ezreal's hovered, but we got the Morgana locked in. And
Yeah,
the
no
Ezreal will
Diana.
be locked in as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I mean, fresh Diana. I'm expecting to see a Jinx here. I mean, they are just
They
giving
left
them.
the Diana up?
Yep, they're giving
There's
themselves.
no way. I don't like that.
They're just giving.
Yeah, Soul Society
So
just
yeah,
takes a run back
yeah.
here.
Why do they? Why did they just keep the same bans? Why do you not ban Thresh or Diana there?
I mean, maybe Chimeras thinks that they have a game plan that can beat this, but I feel like Soul Society knew how to play this, like, dual carry Diana Jinx style very well. The Thresh roaming around across the map in the early game. See a Trundle hover? Maybe
I
this is a
do.
Trundle jungle.
I mean, yeah,
I like
Trundle.
Trundle more than Fiddlesticks into Diana.
I mean, yeah, but there are better picks into Diana. But
That is true.
hopefully, we'll see some bans coming out. Maybe ban the Syndra or the. Did they pick top lane last game?
Uh, who did Soul Society pick top lane? They picked the Gnar.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I don't think the Nile was that huge of an issue. It's just the Diana, which they didn't ban for some reason. But I do like Soul Society's bans, banning the Anubia, Mundu, and the Mumu. Very good bans, But you blind Morgana Ezreal when you see a Thresh. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I mean, I think you would just lock Morgana and you take the Diana from them. I think it's just that simple.
I mean, unless, obviously, if your jungler can't play Diana, you don't pick it. I mean, I think the Jinx would have been a fine takeaway.
But I
I
mean,
know Station is at least vaguely proficient on Jinx. We see the Akshan ban again, trying to shut down Hyreef. Hyreef's sort of the, I guess, the silver lining of last game. The
yeah.
Vladimir definitely felt like a threat, even though, his team didn't put him in the position to carry. And then the Set being hovered for a ban. I guess Set is a good champion into these. Can ult away a Diana that has casted R1. Take the Diana away, cannot, get that second activation, that second reactivation damage.
Yeah, I mean, just top lane bans from Chimeras, hoping to shut down the top laner. But I mean, this draft is looking scarily familiar to last game. I wonder if you just insta-lock the same champions you picked last game, and you have a complete run back.
There's no way, right? I mean, they left. It was the Gnar and it was the Syndra, neither of which are banned. Oh, they're taking away the Syndra. I think that's a good. I think that's a good start. But Soul Society just pick Oriana here, right? This is the
I think
freest
that,
story game ever.
yeah, having an Ori pick would be good here.
Yeah, we get the Oriana and then a top laner like Malphite. And then suddenly you have a comp that's fairly similar to actually Chimeras from game one, using the strength of this death ball, but still having that priority and that snowball potential of Soul Society's game two comp. But see it. Are we prophets, Beanie? We are. That is
Oh,
right. That's the Oriana
they
lock
they
in.
they took their own
Me
death
and the
ball.
fifth smartest person that I know.
You
We
know,
predicted the
ah,
Oriana.
okay, but yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
to be fair, it's not really a prediction. The Oriana is sort of the
yeah,
obvious pick there. It becomes
mm-hmm.
hard to play. I mean, Syndra into Ori is a skill matchup. You've seen it, time and time again on LCS. But we see the Silas.
Silas top.
That's a
I
good
actually
pick.
like that pick.
That's a
I
good
like that
pick.
pick.
I really like Silas here. Into
But
Malphite.
yeah, it's a known counter to
The
Malphite. It's
known
a
Malphite counter.
yeah,
Really good into taking Diana ult as well.
yeah. I
A high
feel
AP
like that'll be
ratio
really
on
good.
that.
But Soul Society taking a book right out of Chimera from first game and saying, you know, we're gonna take your press art comp and we're gonna beat you with it. So I do like Soul Society's draft better before going
Yeah,
forward. I do like it a
I,
lot better.
I definitely like Soul Society's draft better. I mean, the the only picks that I like out of Chimera, well, I don't hate the Morg. It's the thing. I mean, I know Woven's played the champion. It like has a fairly decent lane matchup into Thresh. I think it's this Ezreal Trundle that I'm not really feeling here. I mean, Trundle did get kind of saved by the Malphite pick, but I feel like Trundle's like use case is just not where it needs to be in this type of comp. I also don't think this Ezreal can like avoid hooks, avoid the death ball maybe, but I think if you're like Syndra Morgana gets death balled, then what does that matter?
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate any of Chimera's picks exactly. I just like Soul Society's more.
Yeah, I mean, Soul Society. I talk about ease of execution all the time. I think Soul Society definitely has the easier to execute comp. Playing around, like in Ezreal Syndra, their effective range is sort of hard for a team. Like, this Trundle and the Stylus really need to be like aware of how their mid and ADC need to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, as Ezreal, it's not exactly the most impossible thing to get out of these, kind of death ball situations. But Malphite can pretty much shut down Trundle, Sinch, Silas, right? I mean, you just click on them and then they're pretty much dead, right? It's just that simple. So unless we see some Uzi-like mechanics on this Ezreal, it's gonna be pretty damn hard for Chimeras to pull off this Sword
Station's
of
pretty
Time.
much Uzi, right? Right? I don't
I
know.
wouldn't say that.
I want to talk more about this Ezreal. So, looking into this team comp, Ezreal at this point has to go Triforce. You have to go like,
Yeah,
it's like the Divine
easily.
Thunder build, but it's definitely a Triforce angle here, which means that because you against this team comp, you don't have the consistent physical DPS to play this like caster Divine Thunderer sort of style, which means when you're going Triforce, you get locked into auto animations more, and that makes you a lot more vulnerable to an Oriole, the Malphite ult, especially if your E is down. Really gonna be up to Station on whether he can manage his cooldown properly, because as long as Soul Society don't like all press their buttons right as Ezreal E's, like there is going to be threat on Station, even though he's playing a champion as safe as Ezreal.
Yeah, I mean, let's this game will be about laning for Chimeras. If they are ahead with their laning, then I'm not gonna say it's smooth sailing, but it will be. It'll help a lot because last game we saw Soul Society maybe cheap out a few kills in game one, and it made it a lot easier for them to deal with Chimeras like click our comp. But we might just see a repeat, but this time Soul Society taking their comp. But
Yeah, I wanna see if this Thresh can have the same impact that he did last game. Because what this Thresh did, which was really good, was play around this Diana invading topside. Got this Fiddle so far behind that it didn't even matter when Fiddle was able to, utilize the champion to the full potential and get like these 5-man ults. It doesn't matter because you're so far behind because you got invaded by Diana Thresh. So Wolven needs to, either. I mean, Morgana Ezreal doesn't have the easiest time like soloing Jinx, and Jinx wasn't like. I mean, Jinx is alone against Draven Taric and managed to survive. So you have to imagine that Wolven's only possible response is to try and like match this Thresh's roaming. But I dragged on for way too long. It looks like. Oh no, we have a spectator delay. Yeah, I got kind of confused. I was like, there's no way I talked for that long. But now that we have an extra 2-minute buffer, what do you think about? Who do you think wins like the straight up mid jungle 2v2 early game?
Honestly, Chimeras actually. High Reef, or I mean, why did I say that? Trundle, Syndra honestly has way more like catch up potential. And even if Diana can get on them, like what is she gonna do? Auto them? She's not gonna have any like real damage on her auto attacks. And yeah, sure, Ori's auto damage is nice, but she's just gonna get knocked away and slowed. So I think that Chimeras has the mid 2v2 down, but I think that's about it. I think that's just it. That's all they have going for them. The bot lane's going to be impossible. The top lane is going to be in favor of Chimeras, but we have seen a bit of a top lane focus from both junglers. So I'm wondering what will really happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to get any kills onto this Malphite Priest 6 unless Taltator manages to set up the wave in a way that, there's a bit of a freeze going on. I mean, Silas Trundle does have insane lockdown potential in the 2v1 and the 2v2. So I think it's possible, but we will have to wait to see. We will see you guys for the last time tonight on Summoner's Rift right after the break. I lament that our time spent together will soon come to a close, but for the last time today, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Summoner's Rift. Do we see any level 1 action happening?
And
I think we
in
do.
Soul Society fashion, they are going for the invade again. But
But they're going for the bot side. This time
yeah,
Chimeras are going for the mid lane inhib. The
mhm.
invade, not
Yeah,
inhib.
inhib. Hmm.
I mean, eventually they're gonna go for the mid lane inhib.
Well,
Hopefully. I
maybe
mean,
not. Who knows?
oh, two unstoppable forces moving together. Oh, they just miss each other.
Wait, Silas didn't buy any items.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh no! Oh no! That's
We can.
not good.
Wait, did Malphite buy items?
Yeah, he did. He has a
Oh,
crafting pot.
all right. It seems my spectator client is kind of doomed. So I'm gonna rely on you to tell me about all the items, Beanie.
Stay less. Oriana started tier. Syndra started D ring. Ezreal started tier. I don't like
Yeah,
tier sound. Ezreal, you
I
sacrifice a lot of
hate tier
damage.
start on
Yeah,
Ezreal as
I
well.
hate that too so
I
much.
absolutely hate it. I'm actually going to go for this screen share instead. Yeah, this might be the play of what I'm looking at because my spectator client. See, what I didn't realize is that on my screen, Morgana is actually invisible, and so is Ezreal. So
That's
that's unwatchable. So
yeah.
I'm gonna watch this Discord stream as we see a fight happening in the 2v2. Thresh Hook goes onto Woven Alchemist. Not gonna be enough. Thresh level 1 with Hook isn't, latest
Ezreal getting
focus.
some good Qs in. Oh, Sasha went TP.
And they're really playing for weak side bot. I guess I don't know. I don't want to go weak side against a Jinx, but
What
we
the
see
hell
Emperor
is going
Jack.
on?
Why are you there? That's first blood coming through for Give Me a Cup twice, and I guess maybe getting a little too overconfident on the Diana after having such a good game last game. You have to be able to reset. Tailor going in onto J Boogie NA gets a good trade, but it's not going to be enough. Threshold comes out again. Walk me through what you think happened there, Beanie, for that first
Um,
kill.
I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. I don't know why Diana walked in on a trundle. Um, I guess just a better response from Woven and Sation.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
very good that Woven
yeah.
and Station did roam up.
Early kill for trundle is actually gonna be really good. So hopefully we can see Give Me a Cup twice do something on this trundle this game. So yeah, pretty good start for him. He is actually looking for an invade, I think.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna potentially meet towards this Gromp. In the bot lane, we just got more
He
action.
is just going for the. He did get the scuttles, and he is going for the second one. Diana isn't exactly in position to get the second scuttle, so Give Me a Cup twice could just double scuttle right now.
Yeah, Diana's not gonna get there fast enough. Give Me a Cup twice. Looking for that double scuttle. Although Chronic Chris does have river control, Woven is nowhere near where he needs to be if the fight was gonna break out. But yeah, actually, Emperor Jack is just gonna be given the scuttle crab. Meanwhile, Station hooked. The Black Shield does go through, and Station with the Arcane Shift is safe. But I don't know. That's poor lane positioning, I guess. If you know that your jungler trying to double scuttle, I feel like you have to push in. More fighting.
Yeah, a lot of trades coming
Ooh,
out.
this
Oh,
could be a solo kill. Flash away from J Boogie. Not going to be matched by Child Hater.
but yeah, a lot of fighting top lane. So my client's bugged too. It says Chimera has 2 kills, even though they only have 1. But gank
Oh,
in mid
I
lane.
see that as
Oh,
well.
knife
Coming from
killer.
the mid lane. Yeah, but
So
Flash
flash
forced
force.
away.
So Hyrule actually took
Um,
electrocute Syndra, which I don't really like at all. It helps for the
I don't
1v1.
hate it. I don't hate it. In this matchup, I think it's fine.
I
I
mean,
don't think it's like optimal, but it's
like it's
like,
gonna help you in the 1v1, but that's about it. Oh my god, my spectator client is so bugged.
are you getting the thing where there are no auto attack animations?
Yeah, and I'm getting the thing where Syndra just has like 7 floating balls around her instead of the regular 3, and it just looks terrible.
Can we get an update from stream to see if that's actually, if this is just an us issue or if it's on the stream as well? Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna try and figure out what to do about this. But before we do that, Emperor Jack going in, we see the TP coming through from High Reef. Meanwhile, on the bot side, give me a cup twice, making a play for this early dragon. Jay Boogie gets stunned up. He goes down as well. And that is going to be a kill. The kill numbers are very messed up. I actually think, I think we need to send it to a break. We see another kill going down. Is it going up by 2 per kill?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
And-
We're
okay,
gonna
yeah.
throw it to a break while we wonder how Riot has set their server room on fire. We will be back with you. I'm just gonna note the current time is 6:20. This is for stream, but we will be back. Sorry about that. All right, welcome back, gamers. It seems we have taken all of the spaghetti out of the server room as we are back to gameplay. And speaking of gameplay, this Trundle is about to do some gaming on this Jinx. Actually, no, going for the Thresh instead, recognizes that Station and Wolven aren't in position to go for the Jinx. Meanwhile, the TP is coming through. Lucidity gets a Shockwave. Trundle must go down here. Good counter gank, getting the kill onto the Jinx as well. You know, sort of activating that late game win condition for Soul Society.
Yeah, good response on the TP from Lucidity, and great ult to basically save the play and just take down that Trundle. So it's good that you you're working on shutting him down so that he doesn't snowball his team too far ahead. So
Yeah,
good job.
but High Reef didn't have TP to answer. Actually, High Reef wasn't able to crash a wave in. So there's actually not going to be a punish. Speaking of punish, though,
You might die.
on a Chris, doesn't get the hook, just out of range. Very unfortunate. And now that wave does start to crash, although it did target the cannon first, so I don't think Orianna actually missed any minions.
So yeah, Station still has not taken a recall yet. 7 minutes in.
You have TP, you can just recall at any point in time in this lane
Yeah.
station.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, pretty, looking a lot better for Chimeras than last game. Child
That
Hater's
is true.
going
Child
in.
Hater is going in. J Boogie NA gets chunked. Will the rock be rocked? No. Malphite ult gets stolen but does not get used. Child Hater saving that for the next trade to look for the kill. Let's see. I think Child Hater is fishing, but meanwhile, ooh, Cup doesn't have vision. Definitely, he does have flash. I think he was trying to hold it, but he gets hooked away from the wall. Will he be able to make it? Gets pulled back by the Diana ulti and so greedy, not flashing the wall. Gets punished for it. You know, Thresh, like I talked about, is roaming with the Diana, and Woven is unable to make any like real advantages happen in the bot lane for it. Now they're shoving the wave. At least maybe they can get a crash off, but Dark Binding goes wide. Station just getting good trades onto the Jinx, but you know, shutting this Trundle is now effectively shut down. And Hyreef doesn't get hooked again, barely out of range. Really good spacing by Hyreef, but you know, these hooks are like on point. You know, Thresh hook had like 100 more range. You know, these are like 2 kills. You know, Chronic Chris on this Thresh, you know, definitely has the aiming skills.
Yeah, he's just ever so short on those hooks, but I mean, last planning in like that, it's just gone. Okay, that was almost a kill, but yeah, last coning in and then not flashing immediately is just very confusing to me, because what else are you gonna do? How are you gonna get out of that? There's 2 of them looking right at you, taking the rift field. Are you just gonna walk around them? Like, do you really expect them to just let you leave? But yeah, very greedy on not taking the flash, but he's just gonna clear ward there and go back to clearing his camps, and hopefully he will stop dying.
Yeah, I mean, falling a bit behind in farm, only like a bit over a camp down. Like in the other CS lead, Station thankfully has built a bit of a farm lead while Chronic Chris has been roaming around, but this Jinx still isn't like out of this game by any means. Mid lane farms even, skill matchup, you know, Hyreef and Lucidity about evenly matched in these trades, so that makes sense. And in the top lane, you know, Child Hater getting very close to killing J Boogie a bunch of times, as well as, you know, actually getting the kill on him. J Boogie
Yeah,
having that one death in the lane, so it makes sense that there's a farm lead for the Sylas.
Yeah, Child Hater playing the lane pretty well, using his champion pretty well. Not the biggest farm lead in the world, but he is bullying him out and so trading him like he is right now. But what's happening bot lane?
Ooh, Emperor Jack gets the ulti. Give me a cup twice. Will he go down again? Station actually eased over the wall, but he's not punished. The Dark Binding from Woven is insane. Secures the jungler. Hyreef may be fishing for more, just burning some summoner spells from the enemy team, and now it looks like second dragon must go down to Chimeras. Meanwhile, Child Hater gets the E2 onto Malphite. Will he be able to hijack the ultimate? No, not yet. Dragon goes down. No real way for Soul Society to steal it, and Chimeras are suddenly building some bit of an advantage. Another E2 comes down, it's blocked by the Malphite shield. That is not enough. I don't think the shield passive like saved him or anything, but it did mean that he lives with a bit higher of an HP count.
Yeah, Child Hater really making sure to bully this Malphite out of lane, and I'm just wondering why Emperor Jackson
Hyreef going in for the solo kill. Another crucial Syndra ult able to burst down the Orianna, and Hyreef, you know, really making a name for himself quietly this series. You know, not making like the flashiest plays, but you know, consistently being the one to deal damage when his team needs it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful play mid lane to get the solo kill. Just put that Orianna in the dirt. But yeah, I'm just wondering why the jungler isn't really focusing top lane, because every time we pan their child haters normally just bullying this for Malphite, and
Yeah, you have
feel
to
like it.
consider like
Yeah,
the past 2 games. Give me a cup twice has been camping top lane for Lauren Tom Kench, and now when you have the Silas, he's not making plays. Start crashing. 2, 3 waves in and going for dives. Not even protecting against the counter gank. Obviously, Diana hasn't been going for that, but if she did, it would be tough for Silas to respond.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, but just as I say that, the Malphite ult force flash ultimate forces the flash. Very cool interaction between Silas and Malphite, but both top laners eventually burn their ults and their flashes.
yeah. I mean, give me a cup twice. Not really just there for anything. Is just there to say hello. Just give them a
I mean,
quick
I
wave.
respect the attempt. I
Yeah,
think if like
I saw
Malphite
the
flash,
angle.
if Malphite flash ult isn't up, then
Yeah, it's
suddenly
easily a
Malphite's
kill.
in
But
trouble.
Emperor Jack looking for something, but he is gonna walk up some
We
vision.
see a dive, but I don't think the wave is set up. If Malphite can clear this wave,
Oh,
he walked too forward to
he just
clear it.
doesn't care.
TP coming down, but it's gone, and the TP is
Wait,
stopped. Actually, that could be another solo kill for High Reef. The shockwave comes through, but it is not enough. The Dark Sphere finishes off Lucidity as High Reef is now 3-0 on the Syndra pick. So yeah, gold lead building for Chimera is definitely an early game that they are a lot more happy with compared to last game.
I mean they're the ones seeing the dragons. And it's just a solo lane dominance here. Jungler is not nearly as far as he was in previous games. Chimeras are feeling a lot better. Crazy
Yeah.
what happens when you draft winning solo lanes.
Yeah, I mean, High Reef in this mid lane absolutely dominating the matchup. Now we want to see High Reef, transfer this lead to the rest of the map. And whether that be through like shoving the wave in and roaming or maybe going for a TP play. No, High Reef got to share the love.
Yeah, I mean, Harif's just the staple player throughout all three of these games so far, and hopefully he can maybe perform a bit. He's performing a lot better than he did in game two. But yeah, we're seeing a bit of a masterclass mid lane here. As give me a couple twice, just clear some wards. Oh,
Ooh, the Dark Binding comes through. Jinx is alone. Burn the flash and the heal. That's like the punish I was talking about that Woven didn't do last game. Punishing this Jinx who doesn't have any mobility, just tossing out skill shots till they hit. And now, actually, Chimeras might give me a cup twice, might have stepped too far forward. The pillar comes through. High Reef is there to escort his jungler out. Looks like Riftshard will go down to Soul Society, but the Chimeras are going to be getting the bot tower in response. You have to assume so, right? That goes down
yeah,
like any second.
yeah.
So. Yeah, it's going down. The next wave has crashed in. Jinx won't be there. Child Hater, meanwhile, going in for another trade. Each onto the cannon decides that the wave is more important. Understandable. Jinx gets there far too little, too late. Chronic Chris in the top lane, maybe trying to set up for a 3-man top to get the Silas down, but the E forward by Station actually losing out the trade, giving free autos. Meanwhile, Orianna, Shockwaves give me a cup twice away. He does have flash, but he's not going to use it wisely. Doesn't think that he has the damage to kill right there and then. Satan and Wolf and Alchemist walk back fairly wounded after getting hit in the face by a bunch of
Yeah.
rockets.
Yeah, the Jinx does have a pretty okay child hitter going in for a quick 1-2 auto attack.
Yeah, bit of a 1-2 punch combo there.
Yeah, but third dragon picked up for Chimeras. This game is looking a lot better for them. They got their leads in the solo lanes. They got first tower bot lane. They should respond to this Herald because I'd rather not have them give up another tower. But we will see Wolven and give me a cup twice. Hopefully walk over to this and stop it.
Yeah,
Nope, never mind.
Tower actually went down. Ezreal
Yeah.
ult a bit too late, but the Herald crucially won't get another charge onto this inner turret. It's 1 tower to 1 tower, bit of a gold lead for Chimeras. Stylus winning trades, and they crucially are 1 dragon away from Ocean Soul. If you get an Ocean Soul this early with like a Silas, a Syndra, and Ezreal, it's gonna be so hard to kill them.
Yeah, I mean, Ocean Soul is just arguably one of the best souls in the game. Ezreal went for Divine Sunder. I don't like that at all. Like you said, I completely agree with you when you said at the beginning of this game that it was easily a Triforce game. You need the move speed to just get out of the way of this huge death ball combo, but come twice is gonna get hooked here.
Ooh, he gets locked up. I don't think his team is close enough. Ooh, actually he flashes away and Station is there. I mean, Cup twice, sort of overextending a lot. It's becoming a common theme this game. I mean, punished the Diana's overextension in the early game and then proceeded to do it himself. So he's not getting punished. You know, he has the rest of his team to back him up, but there are like there have been a few close calls.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm wondering what I can see from Child Hater is he's just gonna abuse him,
He's
and
gonna
then he gets a
bully
tower.
this rock. Yeah, this tower. Actually,
Oh,
I don't
Emperor
know if
Jack.
he gets
Yeah,
it.
there's
Emperor
3 of them
Jack
up
and
there.
Kana Chris.
He
The
sees
Child
this
Hater's
though.
committing. He's getting baited. TP coming through. That's the Malphite ult. Will Child Hater go down? Flashes into the bush. Gets the Kingslayer healing. Takes the Malphite ult and ults away. Now Child Hater is out and the rest of the team is here. Bunch of TPs coming out. TP from Lucidity, TP from High Reef, TP from Station. But at the end of the day, that top tower will go down. I don't think Jinx can answer that in the mid lane.
Wolven was there. There was all 5 of Chimera there. But yeah, nice TP response to save Child Hater now. I'm not going to say that Child Hater should have ulted at them, but I am saying that they may have been able to get a little bit of kills if he did ult in.
Yeah, I think that Child
Oh.
Hater maybe not knowing how strong. Ugh,
They just kill the Jinx.
I felt dirty.
But Jinx was committing a bit of sinning by just autoing that tower like that.
Yeah, I mean, in times like that, you know, you gotta respect the enemy team when they're not on the map. Soul Society, this game just doesn't have as much vision as they've had in the previous 2 games, and you have to think maybe they got accustomed to being in such an ahead position, and you know, just it's very important, you know, after you win a game, to reset that, you know, game 1 mindset and, you know, actually exhibit the same restraint that you would if you weren't, you know, so far ahead. Woven flashes, Zanya's the R, and suddenly Diana has to flash away too. Bit of an overextension by Woven, but definitely, you know, has the mechanics to make it, you know, not punished.
No.
Okay, I just want to note something. You know, okay, this whole series we haven't really been mentioning CS numbers a whole lot, but Malphite just hit 100 CS at 21 minutes in the game, which is a little bit concerning to say the least.
Yeah, just a little, but to play devil's advocate, it is like an insanely hard matchup for this Malphite. Like we talked about in Champions, like this is, you know, using the power of red set to get that counter pick. Emperor Jack, I had like a whole thing prepared, but sort of just died before I could finish talking about the Malphite.
Yeah.
A lot of damage
yeah.
coming through from the side of Chimeras.
But yeah, they should just knock down this mid tower, and I mean, all tier 1 towers are down for Soul Society, and they need to start setting up some defensive vision, because as of right now, the only real vision they have is on the one little entrance and their red buff, which is not enough, not even close, because they need to set up for this soul point. I mean, it's soul
I
point.
mean, at
right
this point, like, it's coming up in 15 seconds. Your jungler is
Yeah.
just respawning. You have to play for the retake.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, you need this. You need this, or else you're just gonna lose the game.
I mean, I want to see Soul Society sort of walking together, you know, trying. This Jinx does have Kraken Slayer. If she is untouched in a fight, you know, she potentially could do some big damage, but Chronic Chris stepping a little too far forward was on vision in the bush, so Chimeras just had to line up the play. E2 missing from Child Hater, goes into the stopwatch though, goes over the wall, and it is stolen away. That will not be Ocean, so the Malphite ult comes through. Child Hater goes down as well. 2 kills for Soul Society, and they flash away. High Reef, though, wants blood, goes over the wall. Station goes forward. High Reef actually goes down to J Boogie's Malphite. This is a 3 for 3 so far, but Station has double buffs. Wolven's over the wall. Wolven can't get over the wall. And Jinx, Exxon Karma actually gets the shutdown, and that is suddenly a very, very big turning point.
Yeah, I mean that Jinx ult just chunking give me a cup twice, and then they do actually land the combo there with Malphite and Orianna, so that must or Malphite, Orianna, and Diana. So that felt really good. And then Harry's a bit of a questionable flash over the wall, but they pick up mid tower at the end of it.
I think it's very close. I don't think the flash is like an int play or anything. I think
it is.
that I think that like there are worlds and situations where flashing over the wall to secure the team fight win is good. I guess
I mean,
it's just like required a little more calculation
yeah.
to see that, you know,
I
maybe it
think
wasn't
that
the best move in that
you
scenario.
coordinate your flash with Station's dash over the wall, and then
Yeah,
that's
that definitely would
yeah,
have been bigger
yeah.
to have
But
both players
Station
going.
Station went Sorel second on Ezreal, which is
What?
a little unusual.
He also didn't go Triforce.
Yeah,
Going
yeah, I
to
said that earlier.
Anger. I don't like
That's
it when.
You said setting.
I mean, no, because you're like your team's main source of physical damage here. Do not think you can be playing Ezreal without Mana Mune.
yeah. I mean, he's going for it second, which is like I guess not the most illegal thing in the world, but give
Twice
me a couple
going
twice.
in, you know, gets a lot of
Good
damage
team
onto
is
Jay
here.
Boogie and doesn't take damage himself. This Malphite has to ult away. TP coming through, but this looks like it could be a good fight for Chimeras. The Silas taking the Diana ult takes down Diana and Orianna. High Reef, meanwhile, on the TP flank, gets the stun onto Malphite. Now it's just the bot lane of Soul Society. Exxon Karma looking for the hero play, but Exxon Karma takes balls to the face as the Syndra unstoppable. Was it? It's unstoppable power?
Probable force, not final.
No, that's Malphite ult. Maybe it's Unleashed Power, I think is what I'm thinking of. But the Syndra ult goes through, and that has to be mid-inhib. I don't think you can push for the game. We see in the
No.
replay, look at High Reef's TP, getting the crucial stun going through. We see in the picture that there's the inhib going down.
Don't cry.
Yeah, I was bit of an overcommit by Soul Society. I like don't hate the play is the problem. Like I think that you know going there, being there for Vision is like very important, especially you know since Baron is up. You know it's gonna be fairly easy for Chimeras to get it if you're not ready, but unfortunately just not respecting the fight. Emperor Jack goes in, tries to shut down High Reef, but High Reef survives with a sliver of health. And Emperor Jack is chunked and sent back packing. Playing a bit on the edge there. Oh, the Jinx ult, is that going to be... Oh, it's going to go wide. Not aimed towards the Tribush. Very unlucky, but High Reef, the man, the myth, the legend, has survived its dangerous altercation with the side of Soul Society.
And he's getting pretty damn close to his enemy, in which case he will spike very hard. Actually, Trundle is actually doing a pretty big amount of damage. As we saw, he ran down the Malphite, like he ulted him, and then just started running at him, and he actually did a lot of damage to him.
See, this is the point in the game where Trundle can now afford to make these overextensions because
Yeah, he's
Trundle.
Trundle. Yeah, I mean his zone, he went Mercs this game, so he's gonna be moving really fast. Slows aren't really gonna have a huge
I
effect on
really
him.
like Mercs here
Yeah.
into triple magic
Yeah.
damage topside.
Yeah,
Almost remiss that like you know maybe Child Hater could have gone for it. I think Reef definitely needs Sorks, but
yeah.
I think Mercs gets insane value this game.
I think Wolven also goes Mercs. I think Sation goes
Yeah.
Mercs. I think I think they all just go Mercs. I think it's a 5 Mercs game. I think it's that valuable against. I mean, okay, well, moving on. They're doing Baron, and they're just gonna get it. But I mean, trading this for Dragon, it's
Do you
it's
think they
good.
traded for? Oh, Station has TP though. I don't think they want to trade. As Australia is coming out from Wolven as the whole squad rolls down the river. TP coming through. Double TP actually onto this controller. They're going to come in as 5 looking for this fight. Dragon spawning just now, but the Chimeras are here and the Chimeras are angry. Wolven Alchemist gets hooked. Will he blow up? Flashes away, but has a black shield. The fight going through. This Jinx is untouched, but a lot of champions are going down. Exxon Karma walks up. Station unable to get the finish. Heal from Jinx. Might this be the fight? Oh, but High Reef's E is enough. Such a close fight. But in the end, High Reef, the difference maker, stops the Jinx resets and gets Ocean Soul for the side of Chimeras.
Yeah, I mean, just really well played by giving me a cup twice, keeping his range, making sure, hey, I'm not going to walk right in front of you. Child hitter playing it really well with the Malphite ult in response to the big combo, as you can see right here.
And look at the
they do,
replay. Look at this Jinx damage. I want to see
yeah.
where the... Okay, so High Reef...
Station ease forward and
Yeah,
just
Station
dies.
thinks to get the kill. The difference maker here is the
It's that E. It's that E.
It's the E set
Yeah.
up by the unleashed power onto the
Yeah.
Orianna. Because it dropped all of the Cinder Orbs, and then the E just spreads out, so it becomes less of like a line skill shot and more of a wave. With all of those Darkseers flying, and one of them just happened to clip the Jinx, and suddenly that's Ocean Soul.
Yeah, I mean, Ocean Soul, Baron, I mean, Chimeras they're all set up to end this game. So they are going to go clear the waves. They have mid inhib knockdown, so I guess they're just going to go for a bot. I think they just go for a 5-man bot lane and just run it down. I mean, Soul Society, they landed their combo. They did what they wanted to do, and they still didn't win the fight. I mean, Jinx was surviving for pretty long, but I mean, the Scatter of the Weak, the Syndra is just too strong. She is 3 items. She does have the Empen. She is... I think she's doing true damage to Orianna,
Probably.
Jinx. Yeah, she's definitely doing true damage to them.
See, the Ezreal ult chunks out too, as Chimeras can really just afford to take down this inner tower with only 3 members versus the 5 of Soul Society. However, Chimeras have to wait for Reef to push in this wave.
Yeah,
Child
I
Hater
think-
here making it a 4v5.
Yeah, I think Reef is actually playing it right here by just securing this top lane tower by
yeah,
forcing all 5 of them
100%.
bot lane. But they do leave themselves vulnerable to like a 5-man
Reef
like
has, Reef
Dream
has
ult.
TP,
Yeah.
so it has to be like a one-shot type of deal. But the Malphite ult goes in, the station ease away so it doesn't get shockwaves, and suddenly this fight is free for Chimeras. Child Hater doing what J Boogie does better, going in with the Malphite ult. Station doesn't even go down. That is going to be a clean 5-for-0 ace. Reef goes in with the TP, and that has to be game for the side of Chimeras.
Yeah, I mean, Chimeras just drafting strong solo laners, playing jungle correctly. Sation playing not Uzi like, okay, he didn't play perfect, but he did play pretty damn well. So good on
We're
him.
gonna, what pro player rating are we going to give Station this game?
Let's give him God.
I'm
World's double lift.
World's double lift? No, World's double lift lost. Station
Yeah, but World-
won.
Okay.
Station made it out of groups, bro.
Let's do FlyQuest.
We'll do
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest Johnson.
No. FlyQuest Wild Turtle when they made finals.
I think you're giving Station too much
Okay.
credit, although he did play well.
No. Wild Turtle got absolutely gapped by double lift in that final series last year. Okay, let's
Alright,
not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's look
Moving
at
on.
this game. Station and Give Me a Cup twice. Honestly, the entire team of
Yeah.
Chimeras
They
played
all just
really
played.
well.
They played so well. Honestly, props to both teams. Honestly, I saw some pretty damn good
Yeah.
fights this
Looking at
game.
the replay of this last fight, this was what looked like it could be
Yeah.
a Soul Society comeback. Really good Dragon Steal by Emperor Jack, and we see High Reef going over the wall. Yeah, if Station committed earlier.
Yeah, I think I think if they timed it, because I don't think his E was up, but High Reef here getting a beautiful stun, catching him out, Scatter the Weak, just Unleash Power, just one-shotting that guy. Chronic Chris just struggling, but I mean,
what can you do as a Thresh when
Yeah.
your team said? I don't know. I think Soul Society performed above expectations this series.
mhm.
And
I
I
mean-
think, considering that they sort of rebuilt this team, having a good performance against the Chimeras is, things are looking up for them.
Yeah.
They are going to, I think they're going to have to win out if they want to, have a chance at a playoff spot. Or I think winning out would definitely help them. And I think if they can get some more practice in with this roster, I definitely think that's a strong possibility.
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the season, everyone said, these society teams, they're not looking too strong, but maybe with these roster changes, they could actually do something because they had a pretty damn convincing game too that they knew what to do. But I mean,
Yeah.
Chimeras just, I don't know, they took the game. So honestly, great performance from both teams. Uh, we went a little bit later than I would have liked, but all in all, it was funny. It's fun series to watch.
Yeah, I mean, don't really have anything else to add. Glad I got to see 3 hype games of League of Legends. And thank you all for sticking with us through technical difficulties and spaghetti. But that is going to be it for us today. I'm Daydream. He's Beanie, the 7th smartest person I know. And we will see you guys tomorrow for LRS Premade. Beanie, do you know who's being streamed tomorrow?
That is a great question. Let me go check.
Yeah, because we know we got a hype stream for you guys tomorrow. LRS Premade coming in clutch. And obviously, if you're going to come back on Friday for the
Oh,
LTS, that's a big
it's
race.
Evermore Hydra versus PvE. That will actually be
Ooh.
really good to watch. I would
PvE
love
or
to watch
PvE
that.
Leo?
Regular PvE.
Ah, all right. So yeah, those are some 2 pretty big name teams coming through. So make sure to pull up tomorrow at 8 EST. If you are here for us in the LAS corner, we will be back next week with, I want to say To the Moon. I'm gonna check that one too. I know To the Moon is one of the stream teams
To the Moon
next.
versus Divine Ascension Obsidian.
Yeah, To the Moon versus DAO. So that will be next week, Wednesday at 8 EST. If you are particular fans of me and for whatever reason, Beanie. But it was great. Good stream today, and we will see you guys next week or tomorrow. Tomorrow, please come tomorrow.